You're not... Well, kinda, yeah.
There he is.
It's a wetland. It's a wetland.
There you go.
How are we doing, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, travelers. Sorry about the technical difficulties there in the beginning. But welcome to episode 2 of our Death Attack campaign titled Rest, Sweet Prince. On our last episode, our party, after having a fateful day of meeting each other for the first time and finding that some more than others may have had a mutual benefit for partnering or traveling with each other. After conjoining and forming themselves into this group, they underwent a simple, yet unbeknownst to them, would be one of the most impactful days of their entire lives. Sentenced to make their way onto the Gold Road, into the wetlands outside the city of Gutterport. There they found the wreckage, destroyed caravans. And within this wreckage they found the corpse of the deceased prince of Venalia. Before they even had a moment to react, they could hear the sounds of Aronian forces approaching, crying out. That is where we'll begin. Since they had already cried out in such a aggressive force, you all hear as the Aronian forces, their footsteps heavy, sodden in the wetlands. They approach, sound of their armor rummaging, metal on metal. You hear the sound of weapons being drawn. As they cry out down into the wreckage, see at least 5 armed Aronian soldiers. See them wearing the typical red colors of the country of Aronia and the the country's emblem, which is 3 golden fish lined vertically. As they shout down, "Halt! Name yourselves! Who's responsible for this attack?" Weapons are drawn, and they are approaching you with aggressive demeanor.
Someone have speak with dead.
We don't know who attacked here. We just recently came across this body.
I would like to roll persuasion.
Well, you gotta persuade me first.
We were just wandering by and we saw the smoke. And, well, there's an unfortunate event that's occurred here.
By this point, the forces have already made their way down to the wreckage. They have broken their group up to better encase your surroundings. Now, go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Actually, give me a deception check. That's a deception check, not a persuasion. You straight up lied.
17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
A few rolls. Okay. You notice that a few of them, they sort of are looking back and forth at each other. You can generally see that one of them appears to be the person who is in charge, or at least is leading them, as the 4 of those individuals appear to be looking towards one of them. He remains adamant. His weapon's still drawn. He's still walking towards the entire party. What is the party doing? Are you standing still? Are
I
you
have
drawing
my
your weapons?
axe in my hand.
Okay. So you're standing with a hostile demeanor.
I'm not hostile.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not hostile. I'm gonna be behind Smavras since he's the biggest, kind of just like
Okay.
peeking out.
You see as this individual approaches with his weapon drawn, he puts his hand up. Not like he's getting ready to strike, but more or less like he's guarding his body in case any of you decide to rush forward. I'm gonna need all of you. Lower your weapons. You're all under arrest.
Under what grounds?
You're standing next to the deceased body of the Prince of Analia. Lower your weapons. You are going to be arrested.
I say just do it.
All right, hold on. So, are these the men who were wearing the same colors as the caravan with the blue top?
No.
These are different men.
Yes, these are Aronian forces. These are the forces of the country you are currently residing within.
Got you. That's right.
Yes. What you saw in the wreckage was under the guise of a traveling merchant.
We don't have time to be arrested.
Boys. I think this can all be smoothed over by associate. Ventus and Merriway were associates of the ambassador.
I'm not taking questions here. You understand? If you do not comply, we are going to act with force. Put your weapons down.
We have something to do. We have to get the caravan. We don't have time to be questioned by police.
I don't think we have time.
Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Oof. It's 9.
5.
Anyone beats 10.
20, yeah.
Actually, I got 7. I lied. You use mine again until he gets here.
Who all beat 10?
I didn't.
Okay. The two of you begin to hear what sounds like coughing. It sounds soft at first, and then you start to hear the sound of water breaking as the mud and the waves that are breaking over the surface explode as you see what looks like an individual crawling out of the water from not even 10 feet away from you. Both Lavende, Smavras, you notice this individual. He has broke past the surface of the water and is now crawling up towards a tree. You hear the 4 of the men point out this to the leader of the Arionian forces. He orders 2 of them. You'd see him like, you 2, go check that out. None of you move.
Stand with my arms up.
Why don't we just ask him exactly what happened?
You watch as 2 men move over towards the individual. The individual stops. He props himself up against the tree. You notice that he turns over. He has a rather large wound from his midsection. As he makes a coughing gesture, you actually see what looks like some sort of thick purple ichor leave the corners of his mouth. You hear the rattle, the rasp of his voice. The 2 Aronian forces make their way over towards him. They look towards him. You, state your name. My name is Sir Randall Timbers. I am part of the armed guards for Prince Orin Proudheart. Our caravan was attacked. Assassins. I do not know how they found us. See his eyes divert from the two men looking towards all of you. And then his eyes move over towards the tree line where you can see him staring at the deceased body of Prince Orin. I have failed my duties. I do not have much time. You notice that from his side, he pulls what looks like a large cylinder. It's leather bound. It's covered in mud, swamp water. He brings it up. As a sworn knight of Finalia, I will do my prince's last request. This is a tarnished piece of our history. This is the story of Gallic. He looks directly towards Smavras. You. This is for your people.
I walk over. I grab it. Let me heal you.
You can try. I can't feel my side anymore. The poison's already taking effect.
Do I know?
Everyone give me a knowledge nature roll. I'll say Jezebel, Kaz, and Smavras. All of you three can make a roll for this.
19.
15.
6.
6. Alright, anyone who broke over 15? 2 of you. Alright. You know that this is a not a common poison, but this is a poison that tends to have a little bit of a reputation to it. It's called boil blood. Essentially, starts to make the victim's blood coagulate within inside their body, creating massive clots, to the point the circulation stops and they die from it. There is very little you can do at this point. You can already tell by the way he's looking that the poison has already made it's already reaching its final stages. He maybe has a few minutes left to live.
So there's no rule I can do to... There's no cure.
You can try.
Alright. Would I know the best way to try to fight the poison?
Magic when it's early is the best way to fight this. At this point now, if you're gonna use magic, do you have cure poison? Or
I have cure light or cure wounds.
okay, you know that will not do anything.
Looks like boiled blood.
That's what I was thinking.
My prince's last orders was to take that to the people of the Palkarek. What was done to the Orc people is a heinous, treacherous act.
Do you recognize any emblems of who did this to you?
Death tongues.
Death tongues.
He looks towards the group. Can you please take me towards him?
I'll pick him up and carry him over.
As you do, you can feel that one side of his body is literally feels firm to the touch, almost like stone. As you bring him over, you lie him down. He pulls out his sword. You see it, put it over his chest. he grabs onto the prince's hand. And you watch as he takes his final. You see the light from his eyes dissipate.
I go ahead and reach over and shut his eyes.
You notice that the two men that were standing within close proximity of you, they stop and they look back towards the one. Sir? You four. Stop getting these... Stop putting out this fire. Get these bodies ready for transport.
So it is clear we had nothing to do with the attack that befell these men. May we be on our way.
I still want to take you all in for questioning. If you're truly was sent here by Ventus, Marryway, then he can clear your names. And I could give proof and witness to what I just heard by this man's dying word. If you leave now, you will be marked as outlaws. Do you understand this?
Well, I'm willing to cooperate with these strapping young lads.
Fine. Let us make haste of this, then.
Well, let's get out of this swamp.
Alright. Does the party then all unanimously decide to leave?
Yes.
Party then all unanimously decide to leave. I didn't know Justin was here.
Yeah, Justin.
Yes.
For those who are wondering, Fallner will be joining us shortly. I apologize that his character is being absent at the moment. The party then decides to leave with the Aronian forces. Is there anything that you would all like to discuss with each other on the way back, or talk to the forces at all?
So are we in front of them or just falling behind?
After they get the bodies prepped and ready, you notice that two of the men are in the back. They're pulling a wagon. It's a small basically hand cart wagon used to move small loads. In this type of swamp, the wetlands, yeah, it's pretty much the only thing that you could get through here off the main roads. The other three are standing in front of you guys. They kind of have you guys in the middle.
I kind of talk with my mouth barely moving. Jezzy, wild man, what do we think of the situation? We being rather quiet.
I have nothing to say about the situation.
Okay, well, Jezzy?
I feel like I don't want to be talking in front of these guards right now about anything at all, so...
Well, good point.
I don't know what any of you have planned after this, but as soon as we can get done with here, I plan on making chase on the caravan. It's got a head start on us, but...
Well, I think you have what you're looking for in your hands. It looks rather important.
That it does.
Could you please give me an insight check?
$20.
Okay. It now dawns on you that the caravan that was attacked was the caravan you were looking for, and what you were holding.
So we were planning on killing the prince either way.
Nobody said that.
No, you were unaware there was a prince at all. Smavros is very confused right now.
Yes.
Maybe we should discuss this at a later point.
Can I do a perception check on the tube he's carrying?
Sure.
I believe that's 15. Let me double check. Perception. Nope, 14.
Judging from how it looks like a general cartograph style leather tube that you would put rolled up parchment in there, large pieces. It's basically just meant for protection.
Okay,
There is
that's
no
not-
identifying marks on it or anything like that.
Okay.
Could I do a roll to recollect the fact that we were told that Gallic the Grey, he was skinned. They said he was skinned and turned the skin into an offering. And I heard them say Gallic. It was something from Gallic.
Yes.
Gallic
Okay.
the Grey.
So can I connect the dots? Can I roll something to connect the dots there?
Yes, you may.
So
I'll
can I
give
roll?
you advantage on that roll.
What should I roll for that?
Insight.
Okay.
You wanna roll it twice?
21.
Ooh.
Oh, I guess it,
Yeah, you
that
remember the
makes
story that Ventus told you all before you ventured out to retrieve this item. It sounds like, for some reason, the Prince of Analia must have found out that this item was being transported. Or maybe he was the one that had it requested in the first place. Either way, Smallvross, you are starting to realize that some things are not adding up for you. And Jezebel, you are starting to understand that there is some suspicious actions afoot here. There is more players in this game than you're led to believe.
So I was aware that there was death tongues in the city from Madam.
Correct. She told you that some of the moths had been killed by death tongues.
Do I know where death tongues originate from?
You can give me a history check.
Nope. 6.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. The Death Tongues is one of the most ambiguous and unknown assassin guilds in all of Abendal. They operate almost exclusively through unknown bidders. They also seem to infiltrate religious kingdoms or infiltrate monarchies. Not much is known about them, especially their agenda. The one thing they do not seem to operate on is gold. You could say that most people have an esoteric, if not occult, vibe about them.
Okay. Well, I'll just continue walking until we reach the city.
All right. It does not take very long before the party returns to Gutterport. The heavy wooden wheels dragging behind you as they make their way up onto the cobblestone top of the dam, moving its way through the streets. You have this strange sensation as you look at the civilians walking by, passing near a cart, holding the dead remains of a royal family member. It is a strange sensation. Soon, you make your way to the ambassador portion, or the ambassador court. Very close to where Ventus works. The individuals are brought to what looks like a large, not a prison, but you can definitely tell it seems like a stockade, possibly. You can see that it is much more heavily fortified than the rest of the buildings in the area because of the other soldiers around the building, you can definitely tell that this is heavily guarded. They make their way through the front portcullis as it opens, and they bring the cart into what looks like a small courtyard. This entire building is probably about a block in size. Forces stop. They look towards you. Oh, you all right? You seem like you're staring off into nowhere.
Oh, why do you care?
You're, if you just want to wait here one moment, I need to, validate some things.
I'll be right here.
He looks towards the four. Do you all mind if you keep an eye on them? And he turns and leaves.
I'd like to turn towards everyone here and just be like, be on guard. I've learned not to trust those in armor.
Oh, okay. In general? Like an armor?
Yes.
Um,
Those who wear armor are ready for battle, as you should always be.
Is he still holding the package?
Yeah.
Like, out in the open?
In my hand,
Do you have a bag or something on you?
I do have a bag on my back.
Alright, and the guards are watching us right now?
Yeah.
well, it was a rather eventful day so far.
It was a waste of day.
I still think you have what you're looking for.
I have questions. I don't have what I'm looking for. I have a piece of what I'm looking for.
Do you know what it is? What is a piece of?
Maybe we should wait to talk about this till some other time in the future. Perhaps. If we get to, still have that item in our possession. Because I feel like there might be people around us that would also want that item. That's
You
very
hear the
possible.
door explode open, maybe 10, 15 yards away. You hear the sound of heavy footsteps come trotting out. Sound of plate mail brushing up against itself. As you hear this booming voice come crying out through the courtyard. And what the blasted is happening over here? You see this man. His head is completely shaved, large black beard, stern look on his face. I am Watch Captain Cedric. Who are all of you? State your names now.
Well, my name's Kaz. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Lavender, why do you need to know my name?
What's your last name?
Last name? Don't have a last name.
Last name.
Why do you need to know my name?
Listen here. I'm going to ask you one more time. If you do not answer me correctly, I'm going to make you bite that brick on the wall there, and I'm going to break your fucking teeth out.
I'm gonna walk in front of Lavender and be like, I think you should think twice before talking in such a hostile manner.
You all were found near the corpses of royal family members.
Yeah, and your men heard the story from the dying voice.
You notice that the individual that traveled back with you all, yes, right, sir. I heard the story itself. It didn't sound like they were all involved at all. You will sit down and talk when I speak to you.
Lavender here doesn't have a last name. He's quite self-conscious about it, so if you could back off a little bit, that'd be lovely.
And what's your name?
Jezebel Wibble.
And yours?
I'm Smallross of the clan Bear Mother.
Is there more?
You all want to tell me, explain why you are out in the middle of a swamp?
Our business is of our own.
No! Your business is now mine. Why the fuck were you out in the swamp?
Well, we saw a billowing smoke from the tree line and we inspected it, so...
So you all just taking a wander through the swamp and saw smoke.
Is that the rules of Ronia?
So already you're lying to me.
Well, we are...
My men just told me you were here sent somewhere by Ventus Merryway. So come clean, what were you doing in the swamp?
We saw smoke and we went and inspected it.
Why did Ventus send you?
We were trying to find a...
That sounds like something you should take up with Ventus.
It is a rather personal disclosure, so if you want to know, you should ask him yourself.
I'm trying to make sure that you all don't meet the gallows tomorrow, because it sounds an awful lot like Ventus was trying to set your dumbasses
How are
up.
we going to meet the gallows when there was already an eyewitness, knowing that we didn't do anything?
We didn't do anything
What are we
wrong.
going to the gallows for exactly?
Well, it sounds like your
Curious.
culprits are death tongues. And, do we look like death tongues? Is this one capable right here a death tongue?
If you... Fine. If you want to stay the night in the stockades, we can arrange that. That's fine. We'll get a hold of Ventus. Have him come down here. Enjoy your stay. So he turns, begins walking away. You notice that the portcullis that you entered in through begins to drop as 4 of those individuals that you walked back with, they walked towards. I really don't want to draw my sword. If you all could just follow us down to the stockades, make this nice and simple.
This mini garrison we're in. I'm assuming there's a lot of soldiers.
If you're looking just with your passive perception, yeah, you can count more than 10 right now.
Do we have much of a choice?
That's the thing of Tempest. You always have a choice.
Unless there's a sword to your face.
Well, either way, boys.
Don't we get like one letter or something to send out? Lawyer, something like that.
He looks towards you. Hey, I'm on your guys' side. I saw what happened there today, and none of you are all responsible for this. But we have our procedures, and right now, I think the commander's just worried that you all could have run. You're sort of the best lead we have right now.
Well, didn't Kaz just give him a lead that didn't have anything to do with us?
You mean talking about some fancy ghost assassin guild?
I assume Kaz said it, that means it's true.
Well, they also say the boogeyman's real, but I don't think so. Give me an insight check, please.
God, you scared the fucking man.
I wasn't even gonna roll for it, I was gonna go with it. I got an 18.
Boogeyman's very real.
Yeah.
You've met him.
I'm gonna look him dead in his eyes.
He has a lovely garden. In fact, he probably one of the best botanists you know.
I'm gonna look him in his eyes. Don't you talk about the boogeyman that way. His flowers, exquisite.
What?
I've met him. He's a good person. I
If
think he gets a bad rap.
If we're going to stay in the stockade, then take us.
All right.
Why does he think that's weird?
He pulls out his keys. He ends up leading you all towards one of the east wings of the stockade. Opens up the door. You see it leads into first floor level. It is barred, but you can tell that these are not prison cells. This isn't a pile of hay next to a piss bucket. These are almost like if you were to imagine a barred off in room.
Okay.
There is a desk. There is a bed. There is a barred window. And there is a small bookshelf. So...
Are we all going in the same room?
No, there's multiple rooms. He opens up multiple doors, one for all of you to enter in.
And is it open-faced? Can we see each other or hear each other?
So he puts you all in zigzagged. So he has Kaz on the left. Smavros, you're across from Kaz looking at him. Lavender, you're on the left. Falner is looking at you. And then you are on the farthest left, no one opposite to you.
This is much nicer than what I had in mind.
Oh, very accommodating.
Hey, these aren't the dungeons. These are just more or less, well, to be honest, these are really just kind of used for when the nobles have a little bit too much to drink and need a place to stay for the night. Typically when they're caught running around with the pants down.
Oh, my. Well,
If you need anything, we'll be stationed outside.
I'll keep that
Not sure if they're going to be able to get Ventus in tonight, but at least by tomorrow morning.
Hopefully soon. I don't like to be in a cage.
I go into my room.
He turns and leaves.
Well, this isn't too bad.
They have 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
After that point,
So how are you gonna get out of here?
we'll tear down the walls. And anyone else who gets in my way.
Wow, tear down the walls. That's a bit excessive.
I think
Don't you think?
I think that'll get you killed.
Jezebel, could you give me a insight check, please?
14.
You're missing something.
Okay.
You feel your chest, and you realize that there is not something around your neck.
Alright, Smallrose, go and tear that wall down. Like right now. I need to get out of here.
Well, let's not
That is just
encourage that. It's
He's a big, strapping bloke. I'm sure he could do it, no problem.
it's brick.
I'm sure I could headbutt it, no problem.
Are you okay?
Start ramming away.
Alright? You sound like you're having a bit of a panic attack over
Yeah,
there.
just remember that I'm claustrophobic, so
It's not that small.
it's small
I
enough.
feel you should take this time to get some rest.
Don't think I can do that.
If any of you wish to come with me.
You hear across from Lavender just, Oi! Oi! Hands up!
Shut up, Falna.
What?
What does he?
What did he just say?
You know, I almost understood you.
You notice that he grabs a pillow and just kind of stuffs his ears and rolls over.
Was that Goblin?
Oh, no, you kind of get used to it after a few days. You'll start to be able to decipher things.
Well,
There's a window, you said, in the room?
Yeah, you have
bars?
there's a barred window.
I'm
yes.
going over to them and, like, shaking them to see if they're loose at all.
They're not loose.
Alright, I need to get out of here. Like, right now.
I'm gonna go over to the bed. There's a bed in the room, is that correct?
Yes, there is.
I'm going to set my axe and my bag down. I'm gonna open up the map.
All right, so you open up the tube.
Yes.
You open it up, and as you go to pull it out, it is not paper. It feels like hide. As you do extend it all the way out, you see that this is rolled up. It's quite decent size. You unroll it?
Yes.
Okay. As you begin to unroll it, you see a mosaic, essentially, on this tanned piece of hide. Could you please give me either a nature or an insight check, whichever you prefer?
Do insight. 19.
On which one?
Insight.
Okay. At first, you're not quite sure what the material of the hide is or what animal it comes from. You then start to realize the color of it, the slight greenish gray hue it has, that this was made from the flayed back of an orc.
I can only assume.
That this was Gallic. With the insight check, you are able to take a look at the artwork that is defining on it. It appears to be stained into the hide. It depicts a great battle. It shows humans fighting alongside orcs. Fighting against, looks like an opposing force of humans. Orcs and the humans are victorious in this battle. It shows them rising above, claiming victory. In the next piece, it shows those very humans fighting alongside those orcs, betraying them as they strike down the orcs that help them, slaughtering them. The orcs that survive, it shows them fleeing into the mountainside. Finally, the last piece of it. It shows a fire. A burning flame. And in this flame, you can see an orc sitting on a throne on fire.
Well, it looks like Tempest has told me the next place I need to go.
Am I familiar with Tempest?
You can give me a knowledge religion roll if you'd like. All you have to beat is 5.
Knowledge religion. Natural 20. Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
you're fairly familiar. He is a greater deity. Tempest is, you could call him the god of all gods when it comes to battle. Fervor. He is the embodiment of the martial prowess of war. It is said that the avatar of Tempest sometimes will descend from the heavens and fight alongside great glorious battles, only for the next morning to switch sides just so the war will continue.
Wow, alright.
Well, did you find what you were looking for over there?
I found another step on the path of my destiny.
So, what is your destiny? Where are you from? What is everyone's story here? I'm kind of curious.
Are there guards in the room?
No,
No.
you guys are alone.
Well, go ahead and tell me your story. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna go lay down.
My story is nothing special. I'm an orc from Zakund, whose clan was decimated in war because I chose not to follow Tempest.
Oh, well, that's
I've dedicated my life to following Tempest and his teachings.
it's rather sad. And what do you seek from this Tempest? Your destiny? Is that what you're seeking?
Purpose.
Purpose? Well, I can give you purpose if you like. What about you, Jezzy?
I'm not responding. While I'm pretending to be asleep, I would like to go and retrace my entire day to try to figure out where it could have gone.
Give me an insight check again. I'll give you advantage on this.
Ooh. 22. 21 again.
You know who took it. Only one
Like,
person.
I know.
You know.
Alright.
There's like one person who gave you a hug.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm not responding. I'm just gonna pretend to be asleep. Deep in thought.
Jesse.
I believe she took my advice and chose to retire.
Well,
What about you, Kaz?
me?
Yes.
Well, I'm just looking for a good time.
Have you always been this advantageous thrill seeker?
We could say that. I've been around. I've sailed here and there. I've been to Etros, Neve. Let's see here. What else? I was born and raised here, though. Godaport has a special charm to her. Just the filth, the crime, just the thrill of just waking up the next day. But I've had some schooling, though. I've tried attending a bardic school. That was rather, well, that was fun while it lasted.
What is the appeal of living in a place like this?
Oh, I can show you a good time. I can show you the appeal tomorrow night if you like, if we get out.
The only thing I found worth anything was down in the pits.
Oh, the fighting, the thrashing. Oh, and all the blood and sweat. Yes.
Hey! You two over there, shut it up! You sound like all the dogs!
Shut up, father!
Is he alright?
No, he's not alright.
You know, I've been known to, fuck the brains out of people, but I didn't
trust
think
me.
I literally did that.
He was like
I'm
this
going to
long
go into
before
my
you
room
fucked
now.
him.
Huh?
I'm going into my room
You're
now.
in your room already.
You
You're in
really
a
wanted
cell.
to no, he faced the door and I was like, I go back in now.
I didn't realize that we were not in our rooms.
Are you the bad guy from Terminator 2?
Did I just give away my backstory? I thought we were standing outside.
Okay.
No, we went to maybe escort us in. It just wasn't what I said. It was
Could you
implied.
please give me a will save?
Me?
Yes.
To save back through the door.
So give me a, yeah.
Please pass. Oh god.
No, this is good. This is good.
What are we using for will? Is it wisdom?
Oh
Is it...
no, the music.
Is it wisdom?
Yeah.
So 6.
6. Okay.
Yes. I was...
So, as you're listening to Kaz talk to Smallvross, as he's sitting there going, yes, well, I've actually fucked someone's brain.
I'm gonna look towards the door.
You look towards the door also, like, arms come out of the door. Kill me!
Is the door wood? Is the door wood? Is the door wood? Is it wood?
You don't know.
I'm going to... Hold on, I got to get to the spells. I'm going to cast Produce Flame on the door, which you can use it as an attack.
Okay, what door are you talking about?
The thing with the arms!
You're in a cell.
There's a cell door.
The cell door is metal. There's no...
That's why I was asking if it was made out of wood. You
Yes.
said you don't know.
Oh, I'm talking about the door down the hallway. That's what you're seeing do this. Yeah. You can't get to it.
I thought that was the door to my room.
No. Your perception of this area is fantastic.
Oh,
To
shit.
be fair, I thought you were saying the cell
Yeah, me
door
too.
also.
No, the cell door appears to be perfectly fine. Or is it?
Don't make me do it, because I will use Thunderwave.
Use it. Use it. Unlock my door too.
Help! Help! I'm gonna get my arm...
Can we hear
The
it?
door! The
I
door!
see some other plane right now. What's happening?
Who is he across from? Is he
You
next
watch
to...
as the
He's across from you.
What's wrong with you, door?
the arms recede back inside. You see it somewhat turn back to normal. But as it does, you see its face slowly shrinking before it stops and winks at you.
Can we hear him shouting all this?
Yeah, you hear him doing all of this.
Well, man, Lavende, are you okay? I still think he found a stash somewhere and is diving it out throughout the day.
What do you mean? Are you all right? What's wrong with you, door? What do you mean?
The door had arms. It's gone now. It's okay.
We had a young
Because I
orc
would
in our
really like
tribe.
some.
You hear the sound of marching.
Just him.
Yeah, just him. You look-
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna look out the.
You
I'm
look
not-
down
Oh,
as the noise is getting louder and louder.
oh, I'm so. It's okay. You don't have to come. I'm okay.
You see on the floor a line of ants moving their way towards you.
Oh, did the boogeyman send you?
As you look down at them, you see that they're wearing full plate of suit and armor, holding shields and swords. They then move into a Roman attack formation. They position themselves towards you.
No, I'm a friend of the boogeyman. You don't have to do
It's
this.
going to be our whole night.
Give me a persuade check.
Ooh, I'm not good at persuade. Hold on, let me check. Because I think that's a 14. Yeah, it's a 14.
Okay. You watch them turn into fireflies. And then scatter throughout the room. Flying above your head. Circling and spinning. Like a, what do you call those? These oscillating things over baby carriages or cribs.
Oh, yeah.
Mobile.
Yes, thank you.
And it's just in the middle of the hallway?
Yeah. Oh, in your cell. In your cell.
Oh, they're in my cell now?
They were always in your cell.
I'm so confused.
I am too. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Your confusing is helping because your character's
Oh goodness gracious.
perceptive. Okay, alright.
I'm just going to lay on the floor and just stare at the ceiling as it's.
Very well.
What in the fuck?
Kaz and Jez, or Kaz, Jez, and Smallbrass, the three of you are just hearing.
Which is it, Falmer or is it Lavender?
It's Lavender.
Okay.
Well,
Oh my god, I've got to get out of here.
so, Jesse, since you're not asleep,
I don't think I will be anytime soon either, so...
well, it's share time.
Is it?
Oh, yes.
What are we sharing?
Oh,
You hear the door open. Down the hallway. The one that came alive.
Okay.
Hear footsteps approaching the cells. Kaz, Smavras, you two see the individual first, clearly. You notice that it is Ventus.
Well, you came here a lot quicker than I thought.
I came here as fast as I could, as soon as I heard what happened. What madness is going on?
Well, that caravan had a, very important individual.
Prince Orin Proudheart of Venalia, whose body I just passed coming down here.
Yes.
It seems he got assassinated for human-related things.
They're whispering death tongues.
Yes, unfortunately.
He was poisoned.
Death tongues I didn't even know were real.
Oh, they're very real.
Alright, so I just talked to Watch Commander. Apparently, tomorrow there's going to be a trial. All of you are going to be cleared tomorrow. So you'll be absolved of having any sort of affiliation with this
When is this trial?
tomorrow morning. So unfortunately, you'll have to stay here tonight in the stockades.
Oh boy.
However, first thing in the morning, you will all be clear. I will be there as well to assure that this is going to go smoothly. Secondly, I think someone tried to set all of you up.
Oh, no. Really?
Possible.
Did that...
Good, so I'm not the only one who's coming to this conclusion.
Oh, yes. Definitely that was a setup. So...
Last I knew, you were the main suspect.
Which I would completely understand and agree. However, I do not do my orders myself. There is a very bureaucratic system to what we do here at Gutterport, especially when it comes to the transportation of illegal contraband, which I thought that was what that caravan was carrying. No, there is a trade general master here in the city. His name is Sulk.
Sulk.
He's the one that I got the orders from to send a group there. I thought it was strange that we weren't sending Aronian forces, and he wanted to make sure that it was a group of individuals that could act outside the law.
Well,
And I will go ahead and place very good coin tomorrow that Sulk will not be at your hearing, even though he has been already, has been summoned for this.
Well, I have like a suggestion just for you tonight. Maybe you should stay here with us. Because if there's, death tongues, and they're assassinating Venalia officials. And
Actually,
princes.
that is a fantastic idea. I agree. As he moves back towards the door, knocks on it. Aronian force guard opens it up, looks inside. Yeah? I would like a room in here as well tonight. It will make sure that I, have all the combinations with me, I assure you. You didn't commit any crime. I'm very well. View me as the, attorney for my clients in here. I would like to spend time with them tonight. Alright, suit yourself. As he moves over, across from Jezebel, unlocks the stockade, lets him inside as he closes it. Well, look at that. It's like a regular old sleepover.
I do love sleepovers.
Something tells me you don't get much sleeping done at those sleepovers.
Oh, you know firsthand.
That I do.
Have any of you been to Venalia?
Venalia, I think is what you're referring to, Smallross?
Yes.
Well, I'm from Venalia.
How do you get there?
Well, you have to go around the lake, first of all, and then you can go through the choke, but that is a rather treacherous mountain range. There's a few ways to get there. Quickest would be by ship across the lake.
So you will guide me.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
You will take me to Venalia.
Venalia?
Small Ross, do you know how to read a map?
I know enough.
Well, what if we just get you a map? How about that?
The Merry Way is a noble family in Venalia, but they have, unfortunately, my family is not doing too well as far as standing goes. This news of the death of Prince Orin is going to shock the nation. Orin was loved by almost everyone. He was... I'm sorry,
I want to do an insight check on him, or deception,
For what?
just to read.
Read how he is?
Yeah.
Give me an insight check.
6. Damn it.
Remorse, guilt, sadness seems to be what you're picking off of. He seems genuinely concerned for the well-being of Denali at this moment.
So, tell me, does Orn have any siblings?
He does. He has a younger brother. His younger brother is not Orin. What I'm saying now would be treason within my own country, but Prince Baldric is a tyrant.
And he is next in line for the...
No. Well, he is now, but obviously the King of Venalia is still in power. I don't foresee him stepping down anytime soon, but when that time does come, Baldric will have a very unique outlook on running the country.
Call it premonition, but I feel that will come sooner than you may think.
Why, do you think that these assassins are after the king as well?
Well, if they are killing princes, what's stopping them from going after a king?
Venalia has never had I doubt it. There's no assassin crazy enough to try to... I can't even fathom that. I'm sorry.
It was broad daylight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they were crazy enough to attack a prince and armed caravan in broad daylight, and they also used Boyle's blood too. So.
Do you know what the capital of Venalia is?
No, but enlighten me.
Brighthold. Brighthold has never been conquered, has never failed in any siege. There has never been an assassin bold enough to infiltrate Brighthold.
Wow.
Some of the greatest paladins of all of Abendal reside there.
That's good to know. Well, seems like it's getting about that time. Though, small boss,
Yes.
would you mind keeping watch with me?
Very well.
I can take first watch if you like.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stay up and make sure no one comes in and does a quick assassination.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
That is a 12.
Very well. And how long are you saying watch?
I'll stay watch for about, I'll give or take, said morning, right? Is our trial? I'll keep watch for about 5 hours, and then I'll just do my racial passive and rest for the 4.
Okay.
When he goes, I assume he wakes me up.
Give me a perception.
3.
3. Okay.
I feel you, man.
It's this spot.
I'll tell you what.
It's this spot.
I'll let you do a con save.
It clears over also, so you're never gonna be safe again. If I'm a vampire.
It transitions over. Oh God.
Oh, it does. I'm sitting over here now, and I'm still getting shitty rolls.
10.
10. Okay. You stay up for about an hour before your eyes get too heavy and you pass out for maybe about 10 minutes before you quick snap your head up. Everyone else is asleep. No one saw you do it. But you know deep down inside that you just fucked up.
I'm gonna start doing push-ups to make sure I stay awake.
All right. Small Ross starts getting swole in the stockade. And
And I'm missing this. Oh.
are you going to pass watch off to anyone else?
No, I'm staying up for the rest of the time.
Oh, you're staying up for the rest of the night. All right.
Well, he
So I've been
he
5
slept
hours.
for 5 hours. Or he stayed up for 5 hours. I only have to stay up for 4 more.
All right, so you're going to stay up for the whole four then. Okay, so you just woke up early. Gotcha. Very well. You do your push-ups, do some crunches.
Yeah.
You kind of shadow box in the corner for a little bit. Keep yourself occupied.
Tim, piss. Tim, piss.
Finally, you see the sun begin to break through the window. You hear the sound of birds chirping. You can feel the coolness of the stockade as the
I
bar.
would take time also to do my prayers to
Okay.
Tempest.
You can see that the window itself seems to be fogging up with condensation from the cool air. Does everyone wake up in the morning?
I hope so.
Regardless if you don't wake up or not, you hear the sound of the
Sorry, Fulmer.
stockade door down the hallway open up. As it does, you hear the sound of footsteps approaching the cells. And the sound of a club rattling off of the bars as it approaches. Wakey, wakey!
Oh.
As the individual starts banging on the iron bars.
I'm hopping up. I'm ready to go. I already got my stuff on.
You see the commander, Watch Commander Cedric, staring at all of you. See him adorned with his large plate mail, the Aronian tabard flag on his chest. Hope you're all ready for your trial.
I'm so excited for it. It's a beautiful day for a trial, too, isn't it? Now hurry up, let us out.
I can't wait to leave.
He unlocks the gates, and as he does, as he gets over to Ventus, he stops. What are you doing in here? Well, I have already said that I'm going to be representing these fine individuals, and decided to stay here with them tonight, get their story, hear something about them. I think you bit off more you can chew this time, Ventus. You notice that he turns and walks away.
I don't like him.
That was disturbing.
Yeah, I did not trust that at all.
Question. How many men have you slayed in one time?
This is like a numbers game.
I'm sorry, what?
Just
Where?
saying.
I've fought a lot of apples in my time. Does that
In
count?
case we have to fight our ways out.
If we have to fight our ways out.
Yes.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Does size count?
I
don't completely understand
okay.
what a trial
I am a
is.
diplomat.
Are we-
I'm going to make sure your names are cleared.
This is a trial by combat, correct?
Oh, no.
Incorrect.
You know, I actually believe you can request that, so try it. Right on,
That
Chef,
is-
when we get there.
I believe that's only in Cravoy.
You never know until you try.
That is
If
not.
we do that, can we take bits?
What?
There's no combat. Zero combat.
And if they say
like it.
we will be held responsible,
They
they
won't.
say
They
we will
won't.
not be able
There
to
was
be released.
literal Aronian soldiers that heard the same story.
All right. So what are our chances here if we do it your way rather than the slicey way?
I don't know if I like this plan.
If push comes to shove, I will get out of here, even if I have to cut my doorway
Oh,
through a sea of men.
love that.
Okay.
All right.
So we're getting out of here no matter what we do. Then.
He turns around. I'm begging all of you, especially Mr. Murder Man, please do not slay anyone. That will make you a felon.
I'm just going to tell you this right now.
Felon is human words.
This all rests on your shoulders right now. So, if we happen to lose, all the innocent lives that are going to be lost will be on your hands. So,
My life
it's a lot of
will not
pressure,
be
but I
lost.
believe you can do it.
It's not
What does
antagonize.
I'm not antagonizing you. I'm giving him motivation.
No pressure.
It will be fine. We'll be fine. Ventus is going to
I
take
just
care
want to
of
get away
us.
from the ants.
And if Ventus fails,
With the what
I
now?
will not
The
fail.
ants.
I
What
have
ants?
Didn't see the
I have a
ants
trump
last
card
night.
that I'm
They
No.
came in.
I
we
really
marched
don't
in.
want to use, but I have
Where's
have
your
a trump
stash?
card.
Where do you hide it?
Well,
Is it my
what are you
axe?
Smoking,
You
mate?
should let me know, because I would love to try this stuff.
Alright, so let's get
What does that mean?
going to getting out of here.
Please follow me.
I proceed to follow.
Turns and walks out.
Is he holding his axe?
I carry my axe everywhere.
Like out? Just like holding
I
it?
carry it in my hand or
Okay,
sling it
then-
on my back.
Is it in your hand right now?
It's in my hand, yes.
Maybe-
I hold it high.
Maybe put that away until we get the trial business sorted out. Perhaps. So you're not as inclined to start.
It's true. We
Thrashing
might
around.
look like we're innocent,
I am innocent.
You're kind of
Right.
intimidating.
Tempest
looking,
knows
so-
I'm innocent.
but if you look aggressive, it's going to paint a picture for
What do you mean aggressive?
this.
What?
It looks scary.
You'll look like you're ready to go to war.
Everyone should always be ready to go to war.
Right, but we're
That's
not in
not-
war right now.
All I'm
Ventus
going to say
stops
right
and
now.
kind of looks back over, like, well, I think that after what happened last night, war is inevitable. The king will not let the death of his son go unpunished, and right now, this trial may be the only thing that keeps Venalia and Aronia from going at each other's throats.
So Aronia
So
would be the foe of Analia at this point.
If we can't figure out who the culprit is, yes. So why don't we try to stop that?
This trial is happening in Aronia. We are in Aronia, correct?
This is Aronia.
All right
Just
then.
get it over with.
I'm gonna put my axe away.
Attaboy.
We shall do things Aronia's way for now.
Alright.
Well, now I have to give it to
That's
you. You were way more
progress.
coherent than you were last
This
night.
is
Good
good.
job.
what was that?
Last night you were speaking gibberish far more than you usually do, so I'm glad that you left that back at the cell.
Yeah, wow. Don't
There he goes again.
Ooh, yeah. Does it sound like me?
No, it did sound like you, but like more gibberishy. It sounded quite like you.
Maybe I was very tired. Very tired.
Ventus finally makes his way out into the courtyard where you can see the portcullis has raised. You guys exit the courtyard, making your way outside of the stockade area. You can see that there is what looks like a large clearing. You can already see there's been a semi-crowd starting to form. And that is when you see what looks like gallows. 5 ropes.
This might end up going.
I think
Big
they're
guy's
jumping
way.
the gun a little bit there.
Right, they shouldn't even have...
Fear not, we have Tempest on our side.
Ventus moves forward and he's like, I'm I need to go speak with someone. He's noticed that he makes his way over towards where the gallows are at. Does anyone follow, or do you all stand here?
I follow.
Okay.
Follow.
I'm staying.
I'm going to follow too.
I'll say.
Alright. Ventus makes his way over to where he gets to, you can see the watch commander, Cedric, standing there by the gallows. Ventus approaches. I'm sorry, but why are you already preparing nooses? This trial isn't even started, and we already know they're going to be cleared. This doesn't make any sense. Some new evidence is approached. What evidence? Damning kind.
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
So how'd you sleep last night? How was that?
I get 11. I wanted to see if it, like the demeanor he's giving off.
Very well.
Like just,
What'd you get?
I got an 11.
Why do you ask?
Like is it?
Seems
You seemed a little restless.
Weird.
You're yelling at us a lot, so
Menacing.
I was.
weird to you.
you seem grumpy. Was it because you couldn't do your nightly ritual or
It's
something?
been at least 2 days.
It's all starting to build up.
Yeah.
It's a shame. For you.
After hearing that, I would walk back to the group.
Okay.
What's going on over there?
I'm getting mixed signals from Tempest.
Apparently, they say that they have new evidence that's relatively damning for all of your cases. However, I would be curious to see what this is for. We have damning evidence that proves your innocence, I
Are
believe.
we kind of away from everyone else?
Yeah.
So I bring back up the question: what is the most men you've ever slain at one time?
Why do you keep bringing this up?
I mean, I can take a few. I've taken
You have
a
your
few.
trump card. I have mine.
You will not need an axe to solve this trial.
Well, I don't feel like you know that for sure, though, because it sounds like they have damning evidence against us now. So it would be good to have a plan B, and I vote for his plan B. I'm on board with that plan. Whatever saves my skin, let's do it.
We shall go your
seems
way.
bad. Everything seems bad. Everybody seems upset and
Fear
this-
not.
This
Fear
seems
not,
bad.
Lavender. We have Tempest.
Lavender, do you know what those little ropes up there are for?
Yes.
What are they for? And don't say for apples.
No, I wasn't going to say for apples. Those are clearly too big for apples.
What are they for then?
Bad things, clearly. I can tell by the way that you're talking.
Specifically, you don't
Give
know
me an
what they're
insight check, Lavender.
Oh, I get the 20. That's a 26.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, you know what they're used for.
Yeah. I wasn't sure.
Well, nooses and rope is not always a bad thing. You know, a little strangulation here and there can be, well, exciting.
Well, given the platform and where we're at in our situation, it's a bad thing.
Well, yes, right now, it is a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
Then what do
You're
we do?
thinking about it very mortally.
You all notice that as you've been standing here, the crowd is beginning to get larger and larger.
What does that mean?
You're thinking of it as mortals,
We are mortals, though, right?
but we have Tempest on our side.
What is he going to do for us? Have you talked to him today?
Don't worry, Tempest is fair.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt this whole ordeal, but there is that would be the prosecutor over there.
Shall we approach?
Let's surround him.
No, do
Make
not
sure there's
surround.
no way out.
What would be the way out?
I'm going to be a defense here, and that prosecutor is going to apparently state this damning evidence. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a prosecutor here.
We shall wait as reinforcements for your defense.
Great, fantastic. He doesn't know what this is about, does he?
No, I don't think he does.
Okay. As Ventus moves forward to speak with the prosecutor, you see what looks like a group of 3 individuals that look very much like Ventus. They're dressed the same way. They have elaborate clothing. They're very well groomed. They are showing the elitism of Aronia and its trade wealth at its finest. Did all of you walk with Ventus? As Ventus approaches the prosecutor and the other 3 individuals, he looks at them. I see, Trade Master General Sulk isn't here. Looks back towards the group. How curious.
Quite. Indeed.
What's happening?
I'm with you on that.
So, gentlemen, ladies, how is this trial going to go? I hear there's supposed to be some damning evidence as he looks towards the prosecutor.
Yes, I believe there's some relatively interesting information has been discovered.
Very well. You go ahead and open up with that, and then we'll start with ours. Notice that the 3 individuals, they head over, they take seats on the platform next to the gallows. Prosecutor then steps up. He raises his hand, and as he does, you hear the sound of gavels being smashed repeatedly by the 3 individuals that sat down.
Everyone, thank you all for, well, arriving to see this spectacle on this fine day. The individuals, as he points towards the 5 of you, are here to be tried and prosecuted, if found guilty, of course, by the trade masters. Yesterday, midday, Prince Orin Proudheart of Inalia was found assassinated off the Gold Road, exiting the North Port here in our very own city. Brutally struck down. These 5 individuals were found at the scene of the massacre. And an eyewitness claiming that this happened by their hand.
You notice Ventus puts his hands up. I'm sorry, what?
Who is this accuser?
You notice as he raises his hand, looks like a boy, maybe around the ages of 12.
Oh, kick his ass.
Walks out. He looks towards the prosecutor.
Here, boy, you said that you saw the individuals that killed Prince Orin.
Aye, sir. It was these ones. Those ones right over there. Especially the green one. He's the one that really did it. I saw it with my 2 eyes. That I did.
What did I do?
And you notice that Ventus puts his hand up towards you, like, let me speak. Trade masters, if I could cross-examine the witness here, please. They nod their heads. If you wouldn't mind, what's your name? Gregory, sir. Gregory. If you were to explain how this individual here...
Smavros.
Smavros, the scary one, how did he hurt Prince Orin? He kind of stops. He looks around, puzzled and confused for a moment. The prosecutor kind of...
He's clearly trying to make this boy relive a situation that he does not want to relive.
Answer it if all you have to do is say that, and then you can leave.
He took his axe, sir, and he hit him in the head with it. That he did. Thank you, Gregory. You may leave. Trades, General. This is ridiculous. Prince Oren's body I saw with my own eyes last night. He does not have a head wound. He was struck in the chest.
Trades generals stop for a moment. They look at each other, converse. Maybe you notice they seem to move over and whisper to each other. The prosecutor, you see him just give daggers to Ventus as he looks over.
Maybe the boy is recalling the situation incorrectly. Your call. Bring forth your witnesses there, Ventus.
Yes, I would like to call forth the Aronian forces that arrived on the scene. The ones that were there to listen. The story, I believe, of, well, my client's innocence.
You notice the prosecutor looks over towards the crowd, and you watch as the watch commander, Cedric, approach. As the watch commander, Cedric, approaches.
Aye. Unfortunately, those men are no longer with us. Killed last night. However, I was able to speak to them before their passing, and they claim that these individuals scared them into believing that story was true. Intimidation. Trade masters.
I'm not even.
Ventus brings up his hand.
No, I will not cross-examine the watch commander. Thank you for your brilliantly truthful story. Very much enjoyed that. Are you getting smart with me, you little weasel? No, I'm just applauding you for your...
God, I'm surprised you didn't have the script reading right off of it.
Another word out of your mouth.
And what?
Sits back down.
Well, Trade General, I unfortunately apparently don't have my witnesses that clearly heard my client's innocence. However, I do have one little thing that could resolve this situation.
All right.
Good small no.
I'm kind of with you on that at this point.
You notice that he brings his hand up. And the crowd sort of goes silent for a moment. And you don't see anything. But then throughout the crowd, you begin to hear gasping. The sound of awe and whispers spread through this crowd like wildfire. The crowd begins to part and split. As the crowd splits into two, you see a single man walking forward. The individual is dressed in gray cladded chainmail. Steel pauldrons. On them, you can see faces embraced with chains wrapped around their mouths and their eyes. Heavy gloves, gauntlets, a tabard on their chest that shows scales. The individual has a bandage wrapped around their eyes. They appear to be walking blindfolded. Can I please have a knowledge religion from everybody? You need to beat a 10.
I'll go 16.
I got a 3.
5.
I got exactly 10.
Totally don't.
But I don't know if I would even
We'll give advantage on these.
I know
Advantage?
what it is.
Oh, thank God.
even.
Okay, 14.
12.
Yes, I got the 10.
I'll go 16.
So all of you know what you're looking at. This is a judge. You've heard stories of them. You've heard tales of them. You can tell by looking at this individual, the color wearing gray, that this is a gray judge. They are a special type of cleric. Ones that undergo an extreme ritual to obtain the title of a judge. There are 5 different types. There's the gold judges, the red judges, black judges, bronze judges, and the gray judges. Notice that this individual takes a step forward towards them as the trades masters stop in their tracks. They put down their anvils, and you notice that the one female stands up out of the trades masters and goes, I did not realize a judge was going to be here for this hearing. The floor is yours. We are honored to be in your presence. Puts his hand up. Enough. Leave me. He takes a step forward as the 3 tradesmasters walk away. The prosecutors takes a step forward. This is not worthy of a judge's interference in a matters. The judge stops and looks towards him. The death of a prince of the holy country of Analia. It is my concern. He sits down. You see he takes his bandages, removes the blindfold. As he raises them up, you guys get a good look at his face. His eyes are completely filled with what looks like solidified metal. It looks like mercury has hardened in his eye sockets and dripped down onto his cheeks. You see as he begins to stare at the crowd. The 5 of you. You were traveling, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
You saw smoke.
I did.
You went to investigate. The prince was already dead. You missed someone. There was someone there watching you. Death tongues. Approach me.
Move up.
Ugh, he's kind of creepy.
Who approaches first?
I will. Out of curiosity.
You're a child. But you smell.
Everyone viciously
You smell older.
body reeks of magic. You're infested. You are innocent. Leave me.
I'm gonna look down and walk away.
Right now, everyone's tea.
Walk out.
Oh, you look chaos.
Suspect. Guild. You're lost. You don't know where you're going. You've spent many years wandering. You're not responsible.
Ellie?
Next.
I'll step forward.
One big step.
Oh, man.
Courageous.
Small steps.
Hardy. There is a darkness in you. Do not be so confident in your abilities. Wanderlust. Admirable. You're not responsible. Leave me.
Take a step. Sword.
I feel like we're both very hesitant.
I will approach.
Strength. Valor. Courage. You are a fine cleric of Tempest.
Thank you.
You honor his name. You are not responsible. Leave me. The one with the most guilt is left. Approach.
The shade.
Walk forward after I see no one else is coming out.
Cocky. Brash. Foolish.
Ouch.
Resourceful, though. Your heart's filled with vengeance. The one you're looking for is here.
Hey, here, like, got supports.
In the city. Leave me. You're not responsible.
Ooh.
He then looks over towards the crowd.
Cedric has left. Sign of guiltiness. But how about you, prosecutor? Approach me.
Prosecutor, now, it's not necessary. I was simply doing my duties. If
You will approach me.
you notice the prosecutor takes a step forward. If that is what you wish, Judge.
Bribery. Avarice. Gluttony. You are filled with sin. Abuser. You sicken me. Your crimes will not go unpunished.
moments that he stands up, the prosecutor drops down onto his knees. Please, I beg you, I will do whatever sentence you give me. Just do not. He places his hand on top of the prosecutor's head, and you watch as his eyes and his mouth open and light begins to shine. I calcify your sins and let them be true. And you watch as the light begins to harden and calcify. And you see his body begin to transform into what looks like a solid metal substance. As his body becomes encased in this, you see he releases his hand, and you see what looks like the screaming statue of this prosecutor. Your sins have been made whole. He looks towards the tradesmasters. Give the statue to his family. May it be used to teach them what happens if you let your sins consume you. He looks towards the group of you. This Cedric individual has a role to play. Are all of you willing to work for me?
Oh, well, yes.
Kind of afraid not to after seeing that.
It is your choice.
What do you
Agree or disagree, it does not matter.
clarify what you mean by work for you?
Cedric must be brought to justice.
I'm in.
Oh, well, he
I'm
just
in
tried
this
having us
one.
killed, so.
I'm in this one.
Very well. He looks towards the tradesmasters. I have more people to judge. Fine, Cedric.
Where do we look?
And we may judge him as we see fit then.
Your verdict is his sentence.
Well,
And we should move.
let's not dilly-dally. Let's get going.
And that is where we're going to go to break.
So,
All the tea. Everyone just looks at Chad.
Why is everybody looking at me? I didn't do nothing.
He's infested business.
So, you guys are doing quite well. You guys are on track. So, we're going to take this short little break, and then we are going to come back and return. So, don't go away, guys. We will BRB.
Wow, BRB.
BRB. Bushels.
Alright, everyone. It's me, your boy, Gator, back again. Don't worry. I know you guys, after the whole alley situation, probably kind of severely worried about me, but everything's fine. Tonight, we're talking about compulsions. These are the little things that drive all of us kindred a little up the wall sometimes. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna break down 6 clans. Not all the clans, I only got so much time. I found this nice well, it's not abandoned. I think they're building a house. It's like construction site. I don't know. There's power tools on the ground, I'm assuming. So let's go ahead and start with the Bruja. The Rebel Rousers. Hell Raisers. The compulsion for the Bruja. They do not take orders. Period. Even if it's something they want to do. Even if you said, hey, would you let me give you a relaxing back massage? They would say, fuck you, get the fuck out of my face, and then hit you in the face with a bottle. Now, we're going to move on to the next clan. The Blue Bloods, the prissy white button-up shirts, the little fancy hooty-toot pants. Talk about the Ventru. Now, this is why the Ventru and the Bruja don't really get along. Well, it's because the Ventru is the exact opposite compulsion. Once that kicks in for them, they have the insatiable need to be obeyed and listened to, even though no one really fucking cares. But the best thing to do is just do what they say, and everything will be hunky-dory, because it makes them feel good or whatever. I don't fucking know. So let's go ahead and move on to one of my favorites, the Gangrel. Alright? Gangrel, a little interesting. Have you guys ever seen the Disney movie Tarzan? Yeah. That's essentially their compulsion. Not that they turn into Phil Collins. No, they turn into Tarzan himself. I've seen some of them, their compulsion kicks in so bad, they just and you're just like, man, you need to calm the fuck down. We're in the middle of a target, alright? Or I should say the proper term, the Tarzan. But that's Gangrel. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to the next one. Which other one should I do now? Oh, how about the Tremere? Now these pocket-wearing nerds is what they are. You might as well just give every single one of them a wedgie. The fuck was that? Anyways, these guys, all girls, they can be the most uptight perfectionists I've ever seen. They just have to do something flawlessly. I mean, obsessively flawlessly. Now that I think about it, I wonder if it's linked to the old superstition of vampires counting shit. I bet you that's it. I bet you, oh, I need to try that now. That'd be a good prank. I'm gonna try to find Tremere with his compulsion kicked in. I'm gonna just throw a whole fucking bucket of seeds at him. How many of those do you think there are? Better do it inside. I don't want to crisp them. Anyways, alright. Now we gotta move on. Let's see here. Oh, the Toreador. Now we're talking about someone accidentally crisping themselves. That's gonna be a Toreador. I cannot count how many times I've seen a Toreador standing on the middle of the street staring at a goddamn stoplight. What the fuck are you doing? It's fucking green. Green, yellow, red. They fucking don't change, man. Just fucking move on. But they're looking at it like fucking Picasso made that shit. I'll never understand it. Now we're gonna move on to Clan Malkavian. Malkavian compulsions. We don't got them, alright? We were blessed by King that our minds have become a literal fortress that prevents any sort of Ivan, why are you here? Ivan, don't you look at me like that, Ivan. I swear, don't you even think about it. I know. Oh God, shit, oh Ivan, oh God, Ivan. Ivan, just... Oh, God. Ivan. You back off, Ivan. You back off.
They got homeless guys in here again.
Oh, shit. God damn it. Chunk's here again. Good evening, America, a country of values, morals, and ethics. Or is it? My friends, America is under attack. And the guilty party? People who say soda instead of pop. Yes, my dear countrymen, it's shocking, but true. And they're among us attempting to poison our minds. Soda. Just a word, or a cleverly constructed cerebral attack, better known as SODA, Subliminal Occult Delirium Audio. Yes, it's true. Zealots from another galaxy plan to use this subtle indoctrination to destroy you, your family, your America. Say no to soda. Say yes to pop.
Are you back there? What happened?
Alright.
Recognize this man? His name is Quentin, but goes by other names such as Papa or the Striking Viking. A commercial was recently released claiming there has been an attack on America by those who refer to non-alcoholic carbonated beverages as soda. That's right. According to Quentin, we are all terrorists.
Do you know what's bound to happen when you take your Coke and you open it up and it sprays all over the room? Didn't happen. Look at that.
And the victim? Those who call it pop. Well, he's right about one thing. There's certainly an attack happening right here below our noses. And it's an attack on intelligence. An attack by those claiming to be the victims. An attack by those who call it pop.
I mean, I guess I've always known that people call it pop, at least in the Midwest. Never really understood where pop came from. So I looked it up. When it was invented, they had the fountains, and these fountains are soda fountains, and that was its unique name. They gave it the name soda. That's what this carbonated beverage was soda. It came from this extravagant fountain. It was beautiful. And then along the line, somewhere, it became pop because of the sound that a cork makes when it's pulled out of the bottle. So one is based on what the beverage is. It's soda. Whereas the other one is based on the sound it makes. A pop. And that makes no sense. Why would we call it a sound when we could just call it by its name, soda? I mean, these people, they say, oh, whenever something happens as an explanation.
According to statistics provided by popversesoda.com, only an estimated
157,600 people
call it pop, with over 164,100 people calling it soda. This math shows that most people call it soda, and as with any majority rule, you round up.
Midwesterners are wrong. As an American,
And we're back! Welcome back, everybody!
Hey, everybody.
Yep.
That was very abrupt. Thank
It
you
was
for
very
that.
abrupt. Because,
I
yeah.
want to stop talking.
Alright.
So, to go ahead and continue where we last left off.
Most characters not scratch.
You all just decided to take a
Boon.
job from this gray judge.
We scared people with our It's aggressive.
Just like pizza.
What?
Are you a character?
You notice that Ventus approaches all of you as this happens. Okay. That was my one trump card.
Well, that was certainly a trump card, alright.
Yes,
He owes me a favor from a while back. I'm calling in that favor. So...
Why?
Were we worth the favor?
Well, thank you.
This isn't more really about you. This is more about me paying respects to my country.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so are we getting going now? Gotta get going.
Do we know where we can find Cedric? Is there anyone that would have...
Well, it just so happens Cedric is actually a lackey of Sulk, who isn't also here today.
Do you know where we would find Sulk?
Normally, I would tell you that you could find him in his penthouse or his suite here in the ambassador's quarters. However, he wasn't there when he wasn't there last night before I came down to meet with you all. So he might be there today, but again, I doubt it. Maybe check there for clues, see if he is hiding out somewhere.
Do you know his address?
He gives you his address.
Alright, well, maybe we should get a move on.
I'm going to make sure that, he doesn't kill everyone here.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking that bringing a judge to Gutterport is like setting a cat loose in a barrel full of rats.
Yes. Very well aware. Looks towards the statue of the body. Whew. Alright,
I think he deserved it.
But there's a lot of people in Gutterport that deserves it. I'm surprised I'm not a statue right now.
So should we move?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we should have moved about 2 minutes ago.
Alright, double time.
You all have fun.
And
Ventus turns and leaves.
Start heading towards the address.
Alright. You all make your way through the busy streets. The large crowds have now almost swarmed the area near the gallows where the spectacle has undergone of these individuals watching the great judge seem to move throughout. What's Faulkner doing? Does Faulkner have something to say?
No. I think she has something to say. I was waiting for that.
I roll
okay.
Perception.
Sure.
I want to check see if there's anybody following us.
Sure.
Particularly Deftones. Never mind. I got a 7. No wait, I got a 4.
The crowd is far too packed for you to be able to notice anyone following. And it takes you quite a bit of time to actually work your way through it effectively. Well, you finally get your way out and make your way to the penthouse suite that Sulk has.
All right. What do you say we go up there and see if we can't find Sulk? Do you know what Sulk looks like?
No. I've never met this individual.
Jezebel, do you know?
Have I heard of him?
No, because Gutterport changes out tradesmasters like it changes seasons. People go missing, people leave. There's a lot of reasons why people don't stay here.
So he's a tradesmaster.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a. Actually, not you. You can go ahead and give me a knowledge history.
Not me.
Oh. Do I got advantage on it?
Yeah.
Wonder what this Sulk guy does.
14. I got knowledge. It's 15.
That's good enough. Yeah, you know that the tradesmasters are the ones that essentially run Gutterport. There is tradesmasters in all the large port cities of Aronia. In the capital of Lockmore, that is where the tradesmaster headquarters lies. But essentially, they are
a kind of a democratic form of government that changes seats quite frequently.
Okay.
Well, let's go see if this trade master is home. Start heading inside.
I follow.
All right. Can everyone give me a perception check?
What is this for?
I got the 16.
Got a 20.
14.
Okay.
I got a 12.
You all realize that Jezebel is no longer with you.
We didn't see her slip away.
Nope. No idea when she left. And that's when we're going to go over to Jezebel.
Jezzy.
What you doing, Jezebel?
I'm heading right back to the Slippery Maid.
All right. You make your way down into the shelves. You get underground pretty quick. You beeline right there. No one seems to stop, get in your way. People can kind of see that they look in your eyes that you're on a mission. You make your way there. You find it open and booming like it always is. You walk inside.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, you see exactly who you're looking for. Sitting across the room, 4 guys around him, sitting there holding a tankard up, shouting at the top of his lungs, his red scales, flexing his one red jeweled eye.
I'm walking straight towards him.
As you approach him, he sits there. We're only gonna be here for 3 more days, give or take. And after that, well, who knows? And as he sees you approach, alright, Jezebel, I need you to just calm down for a moment.
Oh, so you know why I'm here then? I figured it out, right?
I'm sorry I took your necklace.
Why? I know he's here.
Shiv asked me to.
Mm-hmm. Where is he?
I can't tell you that, love.
Of course you can. I'm gonna get closer to him.
Notice that the guys around the table, they kind of scoot their chairs back, put their hands towards their weapons. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, if any of you lay a finger on her, I have your heads. Pulls out his necklace. You see it. It's glowing. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where he's got his ship. I don't know where he's at. He came to me right before you arrived. Said Jezebel's gonna come. He said that I had to keep you away from him. He didn't say why. I didn't ask. I owed him one. Now that debt's clean.
Well, the way I see it, now you owe me one.
Oh, shit. Come on, Jezebel!
No, you owe me one.
Alright. What do you want me to do?
I need help finding him.
I just said I don't know where he's at.
So you can't help me at all, even though you don't know.
You know, to be fair, when Shiv came to me, he asked me to do something pretty easy, and that was just steal your necklace.
Is it really that easy?
I could try to see if I can find him.
At least some sort of lead you could get me.
Okay. Okay.
And don't dick me around either.
I'm not gonna dick you around, but what I'm about to tell you doesn't sound like it's gonna be true, but I'm assure you it's what I've heard. What was the last ship you remember seeing shipping?
The ship. The only ship. The ship. Why?
Gallows End. Rumor has it that Shiv has upgraded his ship.
What do you mean?
I don't know how, and I don't even know if it's true because I've never seen it. They say he's got a Leviathan's heart in the bowels of the ship. He's been using it to go in and out of the Shadow Deep. Apparently that's how he's passing through things. Unseen. That's all I know, Jez.
That's a pretty wild story you just fed me.
Yeah, it is, and it's all I really got.
Alright. While I'm here, you can get me a drink too.
You notice that he reaches over and grabs one of his guys' drinks and lifts it off the table from him. Hey!
I'm gonna dump half it out and quickly drink the other half. And I'm gonna leave.
As you're leaving, he looks over towards his...
I don't know what Shiv did, but all I know is I don't want to be him.
Meanwhile, back at the penthouse. You all found your way to Sulk's quarters. The door has his name, a gold placard on the outside that says Trade Master General.
Should we be worried about Jezebel?
Oh, she'll be fine.
Nah, she can take care of herself.
What if the two tongues got her?
Death tongues.
Death tongues.
Well, if they got her, she's dead. Anyways.
It's not entirely true.
I check the door, see if it's locked.
It is locked.
Alright, I am going to use my thief's tools and pick it.
Okay.
What's the door look like?
It is a wooden door.
Alright. I'm not entirely too sure what the action is for that.
To be sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand check?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, that's a...
Or a dexterity save, but just do sleight of hand.
Yes. 12.
Okay, you unlock it. It's a simple lock. You feel the mechanism click as you turn the handle. You open the door, and what you see before you is your typical office with a desk in the center. There is, however, a rather gorgeous view of the bay window behind the desk. You actually can see the docks down from where you're at. Altitude is just perfect for that view. You also see that he has bookshelves lining the walls on both sides. There is what looks like a bottle of, or a decanter filled with some sort of red liquid on the desk. There's paper sprawled about, and the most obvious and most prominent thing in the room is there appears to be a portrait of Sulk in the room. It is resting right over the fireplace in the office, and the image that you see before you is burned into your brain as you see what looks like a pot-bellied, bald halfling, shirtless, on a unicorn with a sword outstretched as the unicorn is riding through a field of flames. You're getting an idea that this halfling may have a grandiose idea of himself.
Well, that's the majority of the halflings. So.
Is it riding through just flames, or is it through fire and flames?
Fire and flames.
I hate everything that just happened right now. I wish that conversation never happened.
I hate that.
So, I want to roll a investigation or perception to check the room out. I know you just described stuff, but I want to see if there's anything hiding.
I'm gonna move towards
Everything I just described is what passive perception would have been. So if you low below your passive perception, let me know.
I'd like to.
I got a 16, so that's definitely good.
You can go ahead. You can resolve that. I was gonna say I'm moving over to the red substance.
What are you looking for?
Any clues? Any inklings? Any papers saying that for leaving, passports? Or...
You're looking at the desk. There seems to be a large pile of paperwork that is there. You see personal letters between him and the carpenter.
Okay.
The letter specifically describes about a package coming from the Strand. It states that this package is a holy relic of Tempest. And it states in there... It states in there that Venalia desperately wants this because the relic itself is a reminder of their dark past.
Oh. Well, I see.
I'm gonna roll, and I'd like to check out that red liquid and see if I can identify
It's
it.
brandy.
It's brandy?
Yeah, it's liquor.
Can I want to go up to the painting and pick it up.
You want to pick it up off the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh boy.
3.
Oh boy.
Okay. You guys watch as Lavende picks the portrait off the wall, and the weight of it throws him off, and you watch as he stiffboard falls back.
As I fall, help!
And you see him slam into the ground, and the portrait smashes over his head, going right through the painting.
Are you alright?
I hated the painting anyway. I was going to throw it into the fire.
The fire's not on.
It was gonna be on.
There's no fire right now.
Would you like some help?
Has anyone found anything?
Yes. Please.
Alright, I help him out.
Can you?
You all notice that with the passive perception, he revealed that there is a safe behind the portrait.
Oh, look at you.
You are a genius.
And I
just don't like the painting.
Towards the safe.
Okay.
I want to roll sleight of hand on it.
Okay. It's a little bit more difficult than your typical door lock. I'm gonna need a 17.
I'd like to help Lavende out.
Got a 16.
Ooh. You try. Unfortunately, it seems like it's just a little bit too advanced.
Can I continue investigating to find out any other information?
Yeah, just tell me what you're looking for.
I'm looking through the desk for any kind of information. I don't know. I'd be reading papers. I don't understand what a trade master does.
Okay.
So, anything that might be.
Sure. What's Faulkner doing?
Helping Lavende out.
Okay.
And then, do I see him working on the safe?
Yes. Frustratingly.
Alright, I might give him a hand.
You're gonna give him a hand while he's picking. He's trying to deal with the safe.
So you're gonna help him.
Okay.
I'll help him.
Help him.
Okay, 17 exactly.
All right.
Do I have to roll anything for it?
First of all, explain to me how you're going to help him with.
Well, just lift it off of him. so we can put his head back through.
Oh, I thought you meant.
I thought you meant.
Yeah, I thought you
No,
meant.
I said I was
Kaz.
gonna get him out first and then help him.
Okay, you help. You get him out. No problem.
All right.
Okay. Now, how are you going to help Kaz?
Give him some words of encouragement, obviously.
You stand by and just go like, "You go, Kaz."
You're really good at this. Really good around with some knobs and some holes.
As I got my ear up to the safe and I'm trying to click it in.
You know, you have a rather pretty face. It probably might help if you just shut your mouth sometime.
Well, if you don't get it, then
Click.
I can. See, look how good I am. You couldn't have done it without me.
I open it. Yeah.
As you do open it, you find looks like a hefty bag of coin.
Oh, finders keepers.
Yoink. And I grab it.
All right.
What was that in there?
Oh, it's nothing.
Is there
Is
any
there-
evidence he's
sorry.
been here recently? Like,
Fire's out. It's cold. You doesn't look like he's been here recently.
A lot to look for any baubles or trinkets.
Any what?
Baubles or trinkets.
You're looking for baubles or trinkets.
Right.
Okay, give me a baubles or trinkets check.
Maybe some shinies.
Some 20s?
it looks like he hasn't been here in a while.
Maybe 15.
Okay, 15. Yeah, you find some, actually, you know what? The knobs on his desk drawer look like diamonds. They're fake diamonds, but they look like diamonds, so you can pry them off if you want.
I enter over there while everyone's looking around. Just fucking rip them off and put them in my pocket.
Okay, please give me a stealth check. You find a bag
That first part was
of
I couldn't
50
understand.
gold.
Motherfucker.
Fucking rip it off!
Give me a strength check for that, by the way, since you said you're ripping it off.
So, okay.
You're fucking ripping it off.
And there are diamonds in there as well.
There's diamonds?
Yes.
How many
It's
diamonds?
real bad. 2.
Two?
Please hurt yourself.
Right. You wanted a stealth or a strength?
I needed both.
Okay. Well, that would have been my stealth.
Okay, so give me the strength check then.
Please be amazing.
16.
16. Okay, so he
Strongest
clearly
father.
is not stealthy enough to do this, but you guys see Fallner on this guy's desk, snapping off his doorknobs, breaking them, or breaking off the handle knobs, and just stuffing them in his pockets.
Why don't you put that back?
You should.
How many diamonds were there in
This
there?
guy's bad, right?
Diamonds.
Yeah, so there's diamonds?
No.
No. His
They look like
the knobs on the desk drawer
Hey.
look like
I hate all of you
What
guys
was in
so
the safe,
much.
mate?
Okay, so it's 50 gold.
It's 50 gold and there's documents in there.
Documents. Thank you.
Carl wants to die.
I want to read the documents.
All right. Most of the documents appear to be, it looks like possibly forged or embezzled evidence against him. Looks like maybe deals where he has tipped the scales into his favor or has falsified accounts to make himself get more out of a deal or get more out of a bargain.
Okay.
However, there is one note that stands out, and when you see it, your spine literally gets chills. As you look at it, it is a skull. The mouth is open, and there appears to be a large mass of tongues spilling out of the mouth opening.
What does the note say?
That's it.
Well, this wasn't completely a waste of time.
Did you find something?
I stashed the gold into my sack and...
Yes, I found this note. It looks like it's from the Death Tongues. So we found our employer, at the very least.
Good. I have words with the Death Tongues.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Why is that?
You look very capable, but never mind. We're wasting time. Let's try to track this Sulk down and get some answers.
Well, where do we go? We have no leads outside of the death tongues.
Well, I might know a few people that could lead us to him.
Are we going down back to the Horde Inn?
Well, it's not a Horde Inn, but it's an upscale Horde Inn, so possibly, maybe Madame may know where Sulk likes to rest his feet.
What of Cedric? We are only seeking Sulk to find Cedric.
Well, Cedric, yes, we are trying to find him, but I would rather have a word to Sulk. He seems to be the main culprit for all of this.
Should we just wait here then?
No.
He's not been here for a while.
We shouldn't wait here, because we will go to jail. You just broke a painting and defiled his
I
desk.
didn't break nothing. Wait, y'all did.
Wait, what? Does not the judge give us rights to be able to go through houses?
No, I don't think that's how it works. Because this isn't Cedric's house.
I think we should find Jezebel. I think she might be able to link to this. It is strange that she disappears right when we are seeking him.
Oh, you think she's connected to it?
The judge said she was the most guilty.
Oh, look, I've been with her for a while. She is not like
Tell you what, let's have this conversation not here. I'm leaving.
You hear the door.
I'm stealthing.
Is it someone at the door?
Got 11.
You,
I'm
with the
stealthing
best
too.
of your abilities, hear the doorknob turn, and it begins to push open.
I'm stealthing too.
And go ahead and give me a stealth check.
They all live in that.
Oh, that is a 12.
Okay. Both of you have the same reaction of, oh shit, panic, but you're in a room with just a desk. So you just...
I'll pull out my club.
You pull out your club.
Put it away. Nobody needs to see that.
Who do we see coming in the door?
The two of you attempt to jump behind the desk.
You're like fucking cockroaches.
You haven't been where I've been, friend.
As the door swings open, you have a sight to behold. The individual comes walking in. Their head has to duck under the door frame. You hear the heavy footsteps of this individual as their weight comes crushing into the room. Describing the individual you see before you stands at probably around 8 to 9 feet tall. They have what looks like grayish pale skin. Their face looks humanoid. However, they have multiple sets of horns protruding from the sides of their head, moving back. You can go ahead and give me a knowledge history check.
Would I know them?
Maybe.
Because
Give me a knowledge history.
would I have advantage on it? Is what it is.
No.
I would like to ask him though if he is Sulk.
12.
12? What'd you get?
I got a natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay, wow.
This is Sulk, obviously.
Neither of you have any idea what the fuck you're looking at. This person is built like a brick shithouse. On their back, you can see what looks like a large sword, and then on their side, you actually see a large axe as well. They're holding a bag that appears to be dripping with a red, thick liquid all over the floor. They stare directly at the two of you standing there with your club out.
I'll stare directly back at him.
Who the fuck are you?
Are you Sulk?
No, I'm looking for that little shit. You know where he's at?
We are looking for him too.
What do you need him for?
That bastard owes me 3 weeks of pay.
Do you know where we could find him? If we find him, we can hold him somewhere for you? I don't know.
Huh?
Would you like to look for him with us? More eyes.
He moves over, takes the bag, drops it on the desk.
I have no idea where he's at.
He takes it.
What's in the bag?
He grabs the bottom of it, lifts it up as you see what looks like 2 heads come rolling out of the bag. As they hit the desk and roll, you can see that they have looks like a shrouded face wrap around their mouth, and they appear to have some sort of cowl that was attached to their head as well.
These 2 tried to jump me. I'm assuming Sulk sent them after me.
I'll like to go over and pick up one of the heads and take off to see if there's any, like, what their faces look like.
You pull the mask down?
Yeah.
So as you pull the mask down, it looks like a human male's face. However, the mouth appears to be bloated, like there's something stuffed in their mouth.
I will open their mouth.
As you open the mouth, you actually watch as 5 tongues spill out like tentacles.
Hey, Kaz!
I pop up from the desk. Oh, hello. Hi.
Is this a death tongue?
How many more of you are in here?
Well,
there's 4.
Hello.
I'm going to turn and put my hand up and peek over. And then drop back down because he's scared.
Go ahead and give me a knowledge history.
That's a 4.
4. Okay. You also don't know what the fuck this thing is that's standing in front of you. It looks like a weird mix between a tiefling and an orc. It is
a dwarfling.
Well, you are rather well.
He's
equipped.
looking for Sulk too.
Oh, well.
Yeah, have you seen him?
We are trying to find him right now.
What about you?
What?
You seen him?
Is him in the picture?
What's our name, though? You, fine specimen, you are.
I was Sulk's bodyguard. Little shit hired me for 3 weeks. I got paid once.
The tongues tried to kill him.
So
is that what those were?
Death tongues, yes. Seems Sulk is in cahoots with them.
Name's Vandal.
Vandal? Oh, hello, Vandal.
Vandal, you look like you are very prowess in battle.
I pull out the note with the symbol on it.
And it does appear that if he sent these individuals after you, that your old employer is trying to, well, get off having to pay you for the rest of your due.
Where did you find that?
It was in that safe over there.
You didn't think to bring that to our attention?
I did. I showed you the note, like, a minute ago.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Something else.
I'm concerned now. Anyway,
away.
Vandal. Would you like to help us find Soul?
You're damn right I do.
Well,
You were his bodyguard. You would know where he'd hide, where he'd go.
where he frequents.
Yeah. That's where I just got done checking. That's where these 2 jumped me.
well.
You notice that he lifts up his shirt.
One of them stabbed me. I'm still bleeding.
Well, hold on. Let me look at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna check that out to see if it looks like he's been poisoned. On medicine, I got 11.
Yeah, you're looking at his wound, and you actually see what looks like purple liquid excreting back out of the wound, and you see his wound slowly closing.
We may need to treat that right away. We may be able to save him.
Treat what?
You've been poisoned.
You can't poison me.
You can't be poisoned?
No. I am Warborn. Warborn. We do not do poison. Poison's for cowards, weaklings.
Are you sure? Because it killed a whole caravan of men.
No Warborn I know of has ever died of poison.
Well, you should...
I like him.
I can see why you two would get along. Well, we are wasting time. Let's try to find that fat little shit and get some answers.
When we find him, I get to step on him.
Alright, I can...
Can we talk to him first?
Fine. Then I step on him.
You step on him.
Well, you can step on him lightly at first while we talk to him. I'm enjoying where this is going. Anyways, let's get on a move on, boys.
Sure.
And I leave.
If he's leading, I will follow him. I don't know where you're going.
Well, not in a room full of heads and blood and broken things.
Right. So I'm assuming you're leading us somewhere. I was just stating that I would follow you.
Oh, out to the street.
Okay.
Stops and looks back. Are your friends coming?
Also,
yeah, I was following. But they were talking. I had to follow.
Found up from my doorknobs and
A
all
little
my pocket.
slow.
So, as you guys are getting a good look at this Vandal, if you ever played the Dragon Age series, they have he has a very Kunari look to himself.
Okay, that's what I was picturing.
They have he has a humanoid face. Their ears are slightly pointed like elves, and he has a set of quad horns. So he has horns that are protruding from his temples and ones that are protruding from just the top of his head as well. He has what looks like thick, long, black hair that's running down onto his shoulders. You notice that he has multiple scars on his face, specifically his lip, over his eyebrow. Lots of cuts and nicks on his face. Their forehead is slightly protrudes more than humans, though. You can see that it looks like they have some sort of calcified head plate that's underneath their skin.
All right. Drow. What's your name?
My name's Kaz. It's a pleasure to meet you, Vandal.
Where are we going, Kaz?
Well, I got some informants I can reach out to see if we can find this little halfling. That's putting it lightly. Though I did find out, going through his things, that he's been working with the carpenter.
Carpenter?
Yes. And I'm starting to think that little dwarf set us up.
Yeah. That makes sense. Last week he had several meetings with that little bastard.
So we do have a lead.
Oh, we do?
Maybe we go back to the carpenter?
Yes, we go to the carpenter.
Sounds good.
Well, if that's where we want to start, let's
I
start.
only have one question. How many men have you all killed?
I really like him. I've been trying to get that from them all day.
Alright. Well, as much as I love seeing two strapping, muscly lads throw their testosterone around the room, let's get moving.
Maybe while we walk, keep an eye out for Jezebel.
Who?
Jezebel.
Who?
Jezebel.
Oh.
I've been calling her that. You've heard me call her that many times.
Sorry.
I thought you said jet ski.
I thought you said jazz.
Jazzy.
Okay, for
What
one,
words
what
are
is a
these?
jet ski?
What
Two,
is jazz?
What is...
Name.
Oh, well... Okay.
Jezebel. Jesus Christ.
Who?
I mean,
Is that what Jezebel is short for?
7 fucking hills. There you go.
What does he?
What is?
I don't understand. What do you speak when you do that? Is it goblin? I think it's goblin.
It's not goblin.
Fauna, remember our conversation from earlier? Just sometimes if you just close that pretty little mouth of yours, it might help out.
Appreciate the compliment.
So it's agreed we're all going to go to the carpenter.
To the pits.
Yes, let's go see the carpenter.
Well, he won't be at the pits right now. That's normally on nights. A time like this, carpenter's probably at warehouse 37.
Then we should go to warehouse 37.
Alright, let's get a move on.
Back to Jezebel. What would you like to be doing, Jezebel?
I am heading to the Knotted Noose next.
The Knotted Noose. Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's not. That's not right city. No.
Nope, that would
So
be
there
in
would be another
Ravensgrave.
one that he would frequent.
Probably warehouse 37.
Sounds like a pretty lit bar.
Well, the Slippery Maid and is typically where his group and you would all hang out, which is where you just left from with Red Eye. If you're looking for where else he could be going, only other thing you can think of is give me an insight check, actually.
Just tell me. I'm using yours because mine sucks. Oh well, all right. There's that.
That's what you get.
3.
3?
Yep.
Touching my dice.
You're stumped.
Shit. All right. I wouldn't know if there would be any sort of underground areas where a ship would even fit, right?
Oh, there's tons under.
Oh, are there?
Yeah, you could hide a ship anywhere in Gutterport.
Then I'm gonna head down that way.
But the channel systems that work through it, it's all blocked by locks and dams within Gutterport itself. So trying to find his ship out of the hundreds of ships that are down there would be fighting a needle in a haystack. The only other person you know in Gutterport that he visited regularly was Lizzie.
She's a bitch. And she already told me she hasn't seen him.
That's true. Okay.
Guess I'll have to visit her again then.
If you want to go down to the shelves, you can.
Mm-hmm.
So where you're going?
Yep.
All right. You make your way down into the shelves. Would you please give me a perception check?
Five.
Wow, you were just not getting good rolls tonight.
Enjoy it. Soon.
Oh, it means you're about to get it.
It's like a disease.
Not a disease, it's not. You can't direct it.
What are you looking for while you're down there?
What am I looking for when I'm down there?
What are you
So he knows
specifically
what you
trying to
don't
find?
see.
I'm going to Lizzie's shop.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to the shelves.
No, I'm going to Lizzie's shop. Why? I just said I was going to look for her. Why would I go down there?
I thought we were going to the shelves. I think you said shelves.
I didn't say that. I thought you said shelves. I thought that's where her shop was.
he
then.
said
No, our
shelves.
shelves is on the lid. It's on the top.
He says shelves.
No, I want to go to her shop.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Oh, then you get there. No problem. You arrive to her shop, and you find the door says closed, which is odd because it's
midday.
Mm-hmm. I try to open it. Is it locked?
It's locked.
I'm look through the window. Do I see anything?
Give me a perception check. Will the dice be in your favor?
19.
19. Okay.
She's back. She's just
That's
got
my
really
one
spotty
goal.
service.
She's got that boost mobile.
Yeah.
You do see something.
Alright. What do I see?
See what looks like signs of a fight. You see books tossed to the ground. You see what looks like possibly a puddle of red liquid.
Oh, alright. Is there anyone around? Outside? Around?
Yeah, there's people around the front of the shop.
I'm going to run back.
Okay.
Is there a door back there?
There is.
Is that one locked?
It is locked.
I'm going to pick it.
Give me a sleight of hand check. I need you to beat a 8.
18.
Easy. You hear the sound of the tumblers roll over. Push the door open. You walk inside.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do a perception check around as soon as I walk in. See if there's anyone in there.
You don't see any signs of people with your passive perception. You see the books thrown to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
See some of the items on the shelves have been knocked to the ground. The blood appears to be thick and sticky. It's cold. It's old.
I want to search the building. If there's any other rooms.
You want to head upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You checking the first floor first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You check the first floor. You find everything to be normal, besides for it looks like a door to the cellar that's locked. There is an upstairs too.
Alright, I'm going to check the upstairs real quick.
Okay. You check the upstairs. Upstairs is really small. It only has two rooms. There's one that looks like a storeroom.
Mm-hmm.
There seemed to be nothing in there, which was actually really strange. The room was completely bare empty. The storage room the storage that was in there was mostly empty crates and old supplies. Mining supplies. You check her bedroom. Bedroom appears to be untouched. However, on your way out, you notice that there's a key hanging by the door.
Alright, I'm going to take that.
Okay.
I'm going to go back down and try to see if it unlocks the cellar.
It does. You place it in there. Click. Door pushes open. You see stairs now descending down into the cellar.
Go down.
Follow? You make your way down into the cool darkness. Your dark vision takes effect as you start to peer into this unilluminated cellar. Large vats or large kegs and barrels of wine sit down there. Also strange. There's a bookstore. Why is there large amounts of wine and alcohol here? You see the wall has been mined away. Appears like there's a tunnel leading out of the cellar.
Is there anything else in here? Just barrels? There's no, like, paperwork or anything like that?
No. Pretty much empty. Other than that, looks like mined cavern.
Do I see an end to it?
It goes in. You'd have to follow it.
I'm going to follow it.
As you follow the cavern, you begin to twist and turn serpentine before you start to see the orange glow of what looks like firelight at the end. As you break the plane of the cavern, you see into the illuminated room. painted in blood, you see a large skull with 5 tongues spread out on the wall. There appears to be an altar. You see a ceremonial dagger lying on the altar. Large vats of blood. And that's when we're going to go back to the other group.
Don't leave me here.
So when we find Sulk,
Yes?
what questions do you need of him?
Why does he have that ugly painting?
We're looking for a man named Cedric.
Oh, that too.
Watch Commander?
Yes.
Why?
Well, he just tried having us killed, and we weren't too fond of that.
I hate this city. Ugh.
What? I still don't see why everybody has such a problem with Gutterport. It's...
Everyone lies to you. I don't like this city.
Oh, well, it's not for everyone.
There's all these games humans play,
Well...
saying words that don't mean the words that they mean. Speak honestly.
That's called lying. That's called lying. That's what I just said.
I know, I was reinforcing your statement.
Okay, well... So, also, we were kind of wondering his involvement with the Death Tongues, so...
What are the death tongues?
Well, some do say they are a, more of a cultist type of assassin's guild.
They're a guild.
Yes.
Where are they located?
Well, that's a good question. No one really knows.
So it's not a guild.
Possibly. I'm going off a hearsay. I'm sorry, a rumor.
Huh.
They also don't take coin for other jobs, apparently.
What do they take?
Well,
They do it for sport?
Possibly. They do it for sport. I come to believe that they do it just for the death worship. They are sick, sadistic people. And they undergo a ritual of some kind, apparently. That individual had a set of tongues that shouldn't be there on a human. So.
Black tongues.
Yes. Well, 5 tongues would be nice in certain situations, but kind of curious.
You could eat more food.
Oh, you could eat something, all right.
You could taste more food.
Oh, yes.
You could taste 5 flavors at once.
The only flavor I like is battle.
That's not a flavor.
It is if you do it right.
Savory, that's a flavor. Sour, that's a flavor. Sweet.
Fury.
Not a flavor, that's an emotion.
It's a flavor for your mind.
Interesting perspective.
What's happening?
It's the way of Tempest. Have you heard of Tempest?
Yeah, I know who Tempest is.
Yeah.
What about him?
He's a good guy. He's a good deity. My weapon knows him as Sherpa, for he guides my axe.
Oh, okay.
You a religious type?
Yes.
So, are you just a mercenary, Vandal?
Yep, mercenary. For hire, mostly bodyguard work. A lot of people like to hire warboards or exotic.
I can see why.
What's your rate?
What?
What's your rate?
Speak up, I don't understand a word you're saying.
What's your rate?
He's a warboard.
I'm a warboard.
I believe.
How much does someone have to pay to get you to bodyguard for them?
Oh, alright, how much coin do I go for? Alright. Depends on who I'm protecting. Someone like a farmer or, merchant traveling. I do maybe 10% of their run. Not too bad. Someone like Sulk, political diplomat, has a lot of enemies, apparently associates with assassins. Usually go about 2 gold a day.
Well, maybe I could employ your services later.
I don't do sex stuff for gold.
Oh. Fine. But I could use a person to swing a sword or two. That'd be useful.
You're talking about a metal one, right?
Yeah, oh yes.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, that's fine. If you need me to kill someone, I can do that.
Oh, fantastic.
Is this just Ragnar?
Oh, shit. You've done broke the code.
How dare you?
Well,
are we here yet? There. Where are we?
Do I know what part of Gutterport the warehouse is in?
Yeah. You know the warehouses is typically down in. It's close to the lockbox. The warehouses that he's specifically talking about are the ones that are abandoned. They are old storage and warehouses that have been left to the wayside. A lot of the gangs have taken them as their own personal hideouts. Warehouse 37 is a notorious gang hangout.
Okay.
Alright. So, when we get there, is there a particular plan, the way we're going to approach this?
I mean, we talked to him, right? That's it.
We find Sulk, find out where Cedric is, Vandal,
and by Ragnadar, I will tear out Sulk's spleen and feed it to him.
Sorry, who?
Ragnadar.
Who is Ragnar? Here it is.
The god of the Warborn.
Oh, sorry, I'm not too familiar with your culture.
What does Ragnadar believe in?
Strength, courage, valor, honor.
Huh. So he's like the war-born Tempest.
Or better. Oh.
Definitely not better. This is different.
Could be better.
Definitely not better, though.
Okay, so let's not do this. I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page. We were going to talk to the carpenter and not...
Oh, we're talking to the carpenter. I forgot. I thought we were going after Sulk still. Carpenter. Yes.
Doesn't pay attention well, does he?
Carpenter. Sorry, hold on. Carpenter screwed us over. He was the one. He's the one who tried to play us.
He sent us to Ventus, and then we went to the place where there was dead,
Do you think he was mad that you beat him?
I don't understand this. You guys after Cedric, Carpenter, or Sulk?
All three?
I was
yes.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them. So you guys are just cleaning house.
It might come to that.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
It depends on what Tempest wants. We are guided by Tempest.
All right.
You are guided by Tempest. I'm guided by me.
You are guided by me. And I am guided by Tempest. Ergo, we are followers of Tempest.
That works, my friend. I'm sorry.
Your sentence structure is rather interesting. Where did you learn to speak common?
I learned it from the temples of Tempest.
And where were those?
They're secret.
I don't think he was taught common. I think he's lying.
The secret temples of Tempest and Zakund. That's all you need to know.
So it's not a secret they're in Zakun.
Yeah. But Zakund is big.
Zakund is very big.
Okay. Alright, so you learned Khan in the Temples of Tempest.
Yes.
And Zakoon.
When I was young, they
Alright.
sent me there. I
Okay.
spent several years. At the time, I could not appreciate the teachings. But I was fortunate to learn what I did.
I see. Alright, so, plan is trying to handle this civilly. If the carpenter doesn't want to do that, then I'll let you two loose and you can work some wood. So.
You mean us three loose?
No, then they can handle it.
Yeah, don't worry, small fry. We can deal with this.
Excuse me.
Well, he's big in particular important places, but other than that, that's the only part of his body that's in relatively decent size.
Besides for your feet.
What?
Are you a kicker?
What is happening?
Alright. I understand that there might be some kind of miscommunication on what I can do for this little group here.
There's no miscommunication, you're short.
Nope.
You are.
Wait, what?
Matter of mindset, I think.
Rule 46 of Tempest. Never underestimate your enemy. If he wishes to hate us in battle, if it comes to that, then let him.
At the very least, I can pick you up and use you as a small buckler.
You are not picking me up.
You throw him.
Or throw you as a
You're not
projectile.
gonna throw me either.
He doesn't know what the...
Can you possibly swing your club while being thrown?
That is smart. That is tactical.
Alright.
That's experience.
How dare you
can't
try to
teach
fucking pick me up, mate.
Alright.
I want to see you pick him up.
No, let's not do that.
Are you challenging him?
Fauna, he can clearly pick you up and then some. Let's not
Bring me
do
closer to your fucking face.
I love his spirit.
He's got good fighting tenacity.
You'd crush him, though.
Are we there yet?
Oh, it's gonna take a little bit to get there, and it's
plenty of time to throw him.
It's definitely not. It's not easy to get to.
Throw him the rest of the way.
You guys have gone through what looks like old, forgotten sewer systems now. You guys are now far beyond the location of where typical normal traffic it moves through. Where you guys are at now is definitely left to the more unsullied type.
Alright. We're getting close. So. You want to take the lead on this?
Sure, I like talking.
Alright. Puts his sword back. Pushes his axe to the side. I'll let you do the talking. Ugh.
Would you like some help?
No, I'll do the talking.
Wait. How are you gonna help someone talk?
Help collaborate the story.
We're not telling a story.
Oh, I'm
We're
just
asking for
giving an
answers.
example.
You know, a real wise man told me that when you start making a story more complicated, it makes it less believable. Simple, short, sweet.
Just like you.
Just like you!
11 day. I got some apples in my pocket.
Those are the doorknobs that you stole.
No, that's my older pocket.
Wait, you have apples?
Why do you carry apples in...
You want to throw one here? I'm kind of hungry.
Wait, I don't have any apples.
That's what I thought.
It was
Liar.
It was a small bluff. But as you can see, I'm great at talking.
He's a liar.
You come across what looks like a building that says Warehouse 37.
Alright. Well, is there a clear indication where an entrance is at?
Yeah, it's looks like there is an entrance with about 4 guys standing outside.
I see. Well, I'm going to approach these fine individuals.
Do we all going up, or are we just...
I'll go. I'm gonna start walking.
Okay, well, we can all go up.
I'll run next to Small Frost.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, hello, hi.
They stop, they turn their heads.
Sorry. Shipwright Club exclusive.
Oh, we'll see.
We're here to see the carpenter.
I work for Kent, though.
Okay, so,
You mean you worked for Cantho?
Okay.
What do you mean? What happened to the green one?
Oh, Cantho is no longer with us.
Oh, is he part of another club?
Yeah, you could say that.
Are they blocking our way into the door?
Yes.
Oh, we're here to see the carpenter. We were doing a job for him, and we were reporting in our success on it.
Tell him Smallbross is here.
Give me a deception check.
Alright. I'm going to see if he's doing your job, dude. Deception is a solid 8.
Step your pussy up, honey.
Got to get the pussy tight.
Carpenter hasn't said anyone's gonna come in here today.
Well, it was more of a one-on-one kind of situation. It was on a need-to-know basis.
Call up to him and tell him Smallbross is here.
You want to yell up at him and say, Smallbross is here.
Would you rather I do it myself?
Tell him some of his employees are here.
I'm not an employee of...
He looks towards one of the guys. Goes,
Tell the boss there's some people out here waiting for him. Yeah.
so he turns and takes off inside.
Step your pussy up, good job.
As they're sitting there, 3 of them seem to be kind of just rocking back and forth, looking at all of you, kind of sizing you guys up.
What kind of weapons do they have on them?
One of them has what looks like a mace.
Mm-hmm.
The other one appears to be holding some sort of falchion, and then the other one has another like a club very similar to what Falner uses.
Are they protected in any way?
No, these guys are wearing clothing.
Oh, I see. Alright. Gotta keep that in mind.
Yes, one of them stops and looks at Vandal. Hey! Aren't you in the sulks, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, why?
No reason. Never seen you around before. You wouldn't happen to be looking for him, are you?
What if I am?
No reason. Just curious.
Would you know where he's at?
No?
Inside. Natural 20.
They definitely know something.
Would coin help you remember?
Yeah. Sure the boss will be able to help you out.
So then we wait for the carpenter. Let me know when it's been 10 minutes.
Who's he talking to?
You guys have been waiting for probably about 5 minutes. The guy's not come back.
What do we do? Do we do your plan?
What's my plan? I have a plan. Carpenter's inside, right?
Why don't we get to him?
Why don't you just take us to him?
Doesn't work like that.
I'm going to reach into my bag. I'm going to take out a tube of lipstick, and I'm going to start putting lipstick on my lips. Oh, well, I'm sure you boys could just let us in, and I'm going to cast Friends.
Okay.
It's a 1 action, self. Small amount of makeup is applied to the face.
On all 3 of them?
Just in one of them.
Okay.
It is going to, for the duration of the event, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice. If it isn't hostile towards you, if the spell ends, the creature realizes that you use magic to influence its mood, becomes hostile towards you, a creature before the violence might attack you, blah blah blah. So I'm going to roll persuasion now.
Go ahead.
Natural 20, plus 5.
Yeah, you succeed. You know, there probably isn't any harm in letting you go inside.
Oh, thank you. I much appreciate that. And one more thing. Where is Sulk?
Well, I'm not really supposed to tell you, but he was up there with the boss.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Thank you. Let's get going, boys.
They walk inside.
Alright. What do we see when we go inside?
Meanwhile, back at Jezebel.
Back at Jezebel.
Covered in blood.
I'm dead.
What would you like to do?
So there's a fire right in here, you said?
Yes.
Torches? So how long does it look like it's been on burning?
Recent.
And you said there's blood on the wall?
Yeah, it looks like there's a massive skull that's been painted with blood.
Would there happen to be any bloody footprints or anything like that in the ground?
Oh, it's a gore scene in here. There's blood everywhere.
So are there any footprints?
Give me a perception check.
Nine.
Yeah, there's footprints. A lot of them. Going all over the place.
Multiple?
Mm-hmm. Some old, some newer, probably.
But they look like different sets of footprints, different people.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to cautiously walk up to the altar.
Okay.
I want to get a good look at you. So there's a blade.
There's a dagger.
Alright, I want to take a good look at that. Are there any markings on it, or...
As you approach, you look at this dagger. It has a very simple cylindrical handle. However, it is not a blade per se. It is a spiral. Think of it as a spiraled stake. It is bladed, but think of it as
Corkscrew?
4 blades corkscrewing into
Alright.
a point.
Oh, alright. How is this effective?
Can't close the wound.
Well, I mean, in the
It
using
looks like you
sense.
could stab
So
and
more-
slice with it.
Okay.
On the blade, you can see what looks like a thick purple fluid dripping from the blades.
Is there anything else on the altar? Just this?
Just that.
Are there any doors, like cabinets under it, or...
It's a stone slab.
Alright. I'm going to go to pick it up by the handle.
Give me a wisdom save.
Why? Ah, shit. Fuck you.
Can't spell nope without
Natural
oh.
20.
Ooh.
Thank you, Jeebus.
Nice. As you grab it, there's a strange, almost alien sensation as you pick it up. Flashes and quick mental images into your mind as you hold onto the blade. All you see is maws of teeth, tongues squirming in pools, the vacuum of space. And then back to reality.
Nope. I'm throwing it into a wall, and I'm leaving.
As you throw it towards the wall, you hear the sound of it clanging. You hear behind you. I'm sorry, Jezebel. I really had better hopes for you.
Turning around is Lizzie, isn't it?
You see Lizzie.
So, you're a part of all this mess, huh?
I am. Unfortunately, you can't leave here alive now.
Oh, yeah? You think so, huh?
See her pull out 2 of those corkscrew daggers.
Lizzie, I do sort of like you a little bit. I really don't want to have to do this to you. Also, those weapons are ridiculous. I'm just going to let you know right now, if you're going to try doing this whole thing, you might want to get something a little more intimidating looking.
They're effective at what they need to do.
Oh, so you're going to show me now? Alright. I'm going to draw my rapier.
Roll initiative.
I'm the war cleric and I don't even get to fight in this episode.
Shit, which one's your initiative? Oh, right there.
Yep.
19.
Okay, you go first.
Alright. I'm going to go and take a stab at her.
Okay, roll to hit.
18.
That hits.
Alright. So, 1d8. Stop doing that. Why? It's so simple. 7, 8, 9.
9 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You move in quick, and without her being able to bring up a proper guard, you put one quick slash right across the chest piece of her armor. You actually see it cut into the leather as she then returns to strike back. Natural 20.
Oh. Alright. Ouch.
What is this, episode 2? Episode 2, huh, Quinn? You guys fight? You guys fighting before the stream?
Okay, here we go. So that's going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay.
As you see her flip the blade, and as the strike across her chest, she moves in and takes that corkscrew-style dagger and strikes directly into your midsection.
6.
Yes. I need you to give me a fortitude save.
What is a fortitude save?
Con.
Is it a
Con save, yeah.
13.
13? Okay. Your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna try out Hellish Rebuke on her.
Okay.
So, one reaction which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you. So, it's instantaneous. So the attack and save his dex. I got 15. So 17.
Okay. That is that's a tie, but I give it to you.
Ah, speech. Okay, so 2d10 fire damage. I just keep wanting to do it. That's a d8. 10. 20.
The F?
I just got 2 10s. It's 2d10s. I just got 2 10s in a row.
All right.
What you get for throwing nat 20 on me, beach? Oh, what's
How
that
do you
face?
want to do it?
How do you want to do this?
Ooh. Am I limited in how Hellish Rebuke is going to work? For the fire damage?
You can do it as it's described.
What does that card
Can I
do?
have it burn her from the inside out so it's like coming out of her eyes and her mouth and her ears?
Sure.
It's really painful.
You watch as you take the strike to your rib. Your eyes, your tiefling, that devilish blood takes a hold. And as you stare at your enemy, the infernal sensation and magic begins to swell within Lizzie's body. And as she goes to make another strike, you see her insides begin to glow as that illuminescent skin, you can see the outline of the silhouette of the rib cage as it begins to glow up towards her throat before you watch as her mouth splits open as the tongues come spewing out of her mouth and flames engulf out of her mouth and her eyes and her ears before she's completely engulfed in the hellish flame and falls to the ground in cinders.
I'm gonna take a moment and stand over the ashes and let it all sink in. And then I'm going to take one of her little toy knives, pop it in my bag. I'm going to leave.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at Warehouse 37.
What do you think?
As you enter into the warehouse, it is a relatively drab, not very impressive looking. However, once you actually make your way to the main warehouse stock floor, you can see it has been completely renovated. It is looks like a communion site where there's multiple different couches and chairs and has a very think of the Shredder's hangout from the TMNT movie. It's very communion based.
Okay.
You can see that there are a shit ton of gang members here. You count in excess of 20 to 30 of them.
Okay.
As you come walking into this location, you can hear the sound of chatter and talking before you finally hear the sound of the carpenter's voice ringing throughout the room. You all approach?
Yes.
As they hear your footsteps approach, they stop. They turn their attention and look towards all of you. Whoa. Who let you all in here?
Oh, it was the fine lads out front.
Sulk ain't here if that's who you're looking for.
Oh,
Where did he go?
Yes, Vandal takes a step forward, puts his hand on his blade. Snaps his fingers and looks. And as he does, you hear the sound of chains being dragged on the floor. Everyone give me a perception check.
Is it Judge here again?
21.
15.
15.
20.
You see this massive, just huge beast, Basilisk, standing on 6 legs, its eyes having these massive metal gate shutters over its face as it just starts to snarl and look towards the group. Notice that the carpenter pops the eyes, pulls the strings back. Nah, I don't know if you all know, but you shouldn't stare at the basilisk for too long. Might be the last thing you stare at.
Carpenter, where can we find Sulk?
That's not how this game's gonna go this time.
We're sick of your games. We have no qualm with you.
Oh, that's Betty. Calm down, Betty. Betty's very hungry. It's been a while since she snacked.
I would warn you that your lizard.
You'd warn me, huh?
Yes. You if you prize that lizard, you may want to keep her from away from us. If you're catching my drift.
You notice Vanda looks towards you guys. You know, guys, we're kind of outnumbered here. If we're gonna do this.
Hey! What are you having a little team collaboration here? Oh, Vandal, you working with them now?
We have a mutual goal, and Sulk is our way.
Vanda looks at you guys. Alright, this is about ready to get ugly. I'll take the gang members. You guys focus on the lizard.
Alright, so we're doing that now.
Is this happening?
Team.
Is it finally happening? Are we
Now.
So there's no way you're gonna tell us where Sulk is, right? There's no way you're gonna do it.
If you want to know where Sulk is, you're gonna have to squeeze it
Oh my God! Yes.
out of my tight dwarven ass.
Oh boy!
Tempest be praised.
And you see him smash crack the chain as Betty comes barreling towards you all, and multiple gang members hop over, draw their weapons, and begin to engage. And that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Yeah, we have half an hour.
That's where we're gonna end it tonight.
I want to throw up.
There is because
the ultimate cock.
next game there will be a map and there will be miniatures involved in it. So
We'll have a map cam.
yeah.
Why waste the time? Why waste the time bringing in this thing?
You know what you just taught Carl? If you separate the party, you get into battles.
That is our first lesson. Campaign 2, episode 2. First lesson.
So all I have to do is separate us.
Yeah, so we used to keep
I didn't
splitting up.
expect you to do 20 damage in one turn against
I
the
didn't either.
target.
This is my new favorite die.
That was very impressive.
I love this thing.
It's a D10?
No, this is from Gen Con. That's my D10.
You should be using that in Vampire.
Yeah, I probably will.
All right.
I was like,
so
what?
everyone, thank you all for coming in and enjoying episode 2. Rest, Sweet Prince. We'll be back next Sunday, and with episode 3. It will be a relatively interesting game, won't it?
Like in my head, like I have Small Bros jumping towards him, and JoJo's music comes in, like dan dan dan.
Everyone, if you guys are not part of the Discord, please join the Discord. And I apologize for the YouTube viewers. I guess I've never put a link to the Discord in the description, but we're going to be putting the Twitch, Discord, Instagram, and Twitter links for NearDark onto the descriptions now. That's my problem. That was my bad.
Next Sunday we'll have our character art on the overlay too. I forgot about that.
And next Sunday we'll also. It's just the holidays.
Yeah.
Everyone's been busy, but
Happy holidays, by the way.
yes.
Are we
happy
doing a
holidays.
Christmas episode?
I would love to do
holiday
a
episode.
Christmas vampire episode.
Oh my god, Elijah is not even ready. He's
No.
not.
I'm not.
Tomorrow? No.
We're taking a break, but at the same time, we're gonna do a Christmas special.
Jesus.
So
I'm just saying that the NearDark fans want it. They want a Christmas special.
There will be a Christmas special, just not during Christmas.
Dude, nah. I'm not doing no Christmas special in like January.
Let's do a New Year's
I'm gonna be
one.
over it. Over Christmas by
what do you
then.
mean?
The-
Oh, I wasn't here last year.
Wait. No. I just mean like Christmas stress in general. As soon as Christmas is over, I'm usually just like, okay, I'm done. Get rid, put tie on the tree. I'm done.
It's Christmas until Easter.
What?
That's...
Who are you?
All right,
That
everyone.
is Christmas till Easter.
You guys have
You are such a
Still
Hufflepuff.
You guys have a fantastic
So are you.
Why is it Christmas
holiday.
till Easter?
We'll see you
But I don't-
all next
Can
time.
you just keep your tree up that whole time?
Until then,
Yeah.
You
remember
keep your tree
everyone,
down?
the
Spirit
best
sometimes-
time to tell
don't
stories
understand.
is whenever it's...
To be fair, some people will like their Christmas tradition forever.
Just end the stream. You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
You don't have to say it.
Cuck him.
Don't cuck him.
Cuck him.
NearDark.